Ok, ora ci dovremmo essere. 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 Ora dovremmo esserci anche senza ritorno di audio. Buon pomeriggio a tutti. Allora, ieri ci eravamo lasciati con una mia grandissima figura di merda con le evocazioni e oggi continuiamo con la seconda parte della main quest del nuovo aggiornamento di Genshin. E tra l'altro ieri c'era Orfeo come ospite speciale e oggi abbiamo Diana che vi saluta tutti. Io devo sistemare la webcam in modo che si vedano anche i gatti. Bella gattona mia. D'accordo, quindi spero che i livelli di audio siano accettabili, perché non si sa mai con questo coso. Tra l'altro ho dovuto riattivare il microfono perché me l'aveva staccato dalle impostazioni a casissimo, quindi posto così. Speriamo non ci siano drop come ieri, ma anche in questo caso sembra tutto a posto. Aspetta tu. Ok, vabbè, dovrei prendere il fatto delle giornaliere. Devo sistemarmi meglio anche le cuffie perché mi stanno dando fastidissimo. Ok, va bene. Pronti a ricominciare. Riassuntino.
Nilu, are you sure about this? You're taking such a great risk for them.
I'm sure, and I'm going. You know that I don't like to pass up any opportunity to dance, and this one is especially important.
Non è che questa la posso skippare, vero? Per
All
carità
right.
divina, questa
You
l'abbiamo
seem
già
to have a
sentita
lot of
ieri.
trust in them, so I won't say more on the subject. But if anything happens, the few of us here may not be able to help you.
Don't worry, they've been through worse. Everything's going to be fine.
All right. You know, if you really do get arrested, we'll do everything we can to get you back. Be careful, even if it's only for our sakes.
Thanks, Mr. Zubair. You're so very kind.
Perfetto, allora andiamo verso l'Accademia. Chissà quanto ci manca per la fine. Spero di non fare altre 2 ore di
Nilu,
audiolibro.
how's it going? Nervous?
Definitely more than usual. But it's because I'm worried I won't dance well enough.
It's okay. Just focus on your performance. We'll take care of everything else.
Heh, you sure know how to talk. Taking all the credit, even though we came here together to help out.
Well, thank you both. I'll have to treat you to a meal after all this ends. I really, really appreciate all of your help.
Ooh, that sounds great. Huh? How can we say no to that?
All right, let's get back to business. Nilu, we'll be here to keep people from going to the Akademiya so they don't interrupt your performance.
I was planning on telling them something like, the Akademiya's been conducting a weird experiment, and some of their test subjects escaped. It's really dangerous there, so
Certo,
stay
e
away.
nessuno la beccherà come scusa questa,
You couldn't
assolutamente
think
no.
of anything better? Oh well, I guess it does sound like something the Akademiya would do.
Sì, assolutamente, ha senso, però
I think it sounds great. I'm counting on you guys.
Don't worry, it'll be a piece of cake.
di solito quando qualcuno dice così poi va malissimo la questione.
Hey, Nilu! Sorry, it's great to see you, but I'm really busy right now. Our bait people away with Yalda candies plan is working beautifully.
Poi questa
Do
cosa
you
di
want some
dire i
candy?
piani ad
We
alta
have more
voce
than we can give
ovunque uno
out.
si trovi. Apprezzabile.
PR, thank you so much for doing all of this. And even dressed up as the Knight of Flowers, no less. I'll pass on the candy, though. I cut back on sweets in the period leading up to a performance, and I'm about to start one.
You have a point. The stage is cleared and everything's ready, so you can start your performance at any time.
Yeah, thanks to you. I'm really grateful. All right, time to hit the stage.
You're welcome. The honor's all mine, since I'll have such a great view of the show.
I've never seen a performance like this. This is incredible.
Yeah, but I heard that public performances like these have been banned. I can't believe she's doing this here.
Grand Sage, there's some commotion outside.
How uninteresting. Issue the new Prohibition Act from the AKASHA to the guards. They'll know what to do.
Do you think we should, stop her?
Let's just watch for a little bit longer.
Però le musiche sono davvero belle. Le musiche sono davvero belle, mi piacciono proprio tanto. Grande Nilu, hai fatto anche tu il tuo?
Did you hear that? It sounds like a lot of guards just ran by. Does this mean the plan has moved on to the next stage?
Vediamo un po', quale delle due? Ok. It sounds like Nilu completed their task.
Yep. It's great that everything seems to be going well. Come to think of it, when did Alhaitham replace the knowledge capsule that was about to be entered into the Akasha?
Qua è when he pretended that he had been corrupted.
Oh, so that's when he did it! Paimon was too nervous to notice. Speaking of, didn't Alhaitham also yoink the divine knowledge capsule from that mercenary leader in Port Ormos when
Sì, l'ha
everyone else
fatto.
was distracted? Oh, it's a time-tested trick of his.
He can maintain his composure when things get chaotic. Che carino.
Why are we complimenting
Possiamo
him?
smettere di parlare di
You're
Alaitam
smart
però e
now.
andare avanti.
Paimon's blood boil. Let's review our plan for this stage again. It's not like we have anything else to do right now anyway, and it'll help us feel more confident. Paimon remembers that Nilu's task was supposed to go a bit like this.
Now that Lesser Lord Kusanali's consciousness has been forcefully sealed, the core figures of the Akademiya and their guards have started to wear their Akasha terminals again. With the Doctor's technological support, they think they have nothing to fear.
How despicable of them to rely on such a person.
But this is also our chance. I was originally asked to draft the knowledge capsule for the Artistic Performances Prohibition Act when I was still at the Akademiya. It should be on the Grand Sage's desk right now, and will be entered into the AKASHA during the next Jnagarbha day.
Are they really going to stop all artistic performances? That's horrible!
I'll make an identical knowledge capsule, but this time, I'll smuggle some misleading information into it. We only need to find an opportunity to switch the capsules. Once it's been entered into the AKASHA on Jnagarbha day, if someone were to be seen performing in public, the sages would definitely use that opportunity to announce the ban, and so, the misleading information will be disseminated amongst the guards.
Sure sounds complicated, but it seems like if everything goes well, we'll be able to get rid of all the guards in the Akademiya without any effort. That's pretty clever, getting right into their heads. I just have one question. Even if we manage to get the misleading info out to the guards, how can we be sure that they'll believe it?
People who are used to relying on the AKASHA become less inquisitive, and their ability to distinguish truth from misinformation is significantly reduced. They will view everything the AKASHA releases to them as the unequivocal truth.
The AKASHA will turn humans into machines. I've seen it happen many times.
Yikes. Good thing I didn't wear it for long when I was working in Sumeru City. At
Giuro
first
che
I
se
thought
non
it was
ero
a good
con
thing
voi
too.
skippavo tipo alla velocità della luce.
By the way,
Dopo aver
this plan still
letto, però
requires a
skippavo.
performer, right?
Do you have someone in mind?
Nilu of Zubair Theater. I know her really well. We can trust
Forse
her.
perché le altre stage della
Kinda
quest
hesitant
sono
to ask her
stati
to
più
participate in a dangerous
movimentati.
plan like
Questo
this,
deve essere il
but we can ask her in
più
person.
tranquillone.
All right.
Non lo so.
After the guards and the Akademiya are gone,
Then it'll be time for me and my stowaway brothers to shine.
Ok.
Here they come. Did you see that, Raman? They came out from the Akademiya in droves.
After laying low in the city for so long, this is the moment we've been waiting for. My brothers have already sprung into action.
We couldn't do anything to them inside their coop, but outside the Akademiya, this is our hunting ground.
With a lioness like you, the prey sure won't be able to run far.
We still need to eliminate the guards as soon as possible. If we give the sages enough time to realize what's happening,
Il fatto è che mi viene più
plan's
comodo
doomed.
guardare il secondo schermo
All
del
they've done
primo,
is to sit on
perché ho
their
anche la
cushy salaries
chat,
and
quindi
twiddle
se
their
mai
thumbs all
succede
day while we
qualcosa.
fought and struggled every day in the desert. The only advantage they might have is their numbers.
Speaking of which, most of the guards who report directly to the Six Sages belong to the Corps of 30, but they have a completely different reputation. Following those blasted sages every whim, throwing away all the principles of being a mercenary. As someone in the same profession, I'm obligated to teach him a good lesson today.
Indeed, the trap has been set. All we need to do is lead them there.
All right, let's each take a road and herd those scattered guards back into one place. Make sure to attract their attention. Isak will be the key.
You gave such an important task to that child. Will he be okay?
It'll be fine. Isak was so determined to help, so let's put our faith in him. Besides, even if he's caught, the guards would be too scared to do anything to him. They've never seen Lesser Lord Kusanali in person, after all.
You've got a point. Anyway, I think I see them coming. Let's head out.
Good luck.
This outfit.
Hey, do you remember what you need to do, Isak? When the guards get here, you'll pretend to be Lesser Lord Kusanali and run away from them.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Of course I do. I'm just a little nervous.
Relax. Don't think about getting caught. Even if that happens, we won't leave you behind. You only need to think about getting the guards' attention and leading them to the Grand Bazaar. Leave the rest to us.
Povero bimbo.
Okay, got it. I'm here to pay back Lesser Lord Kusanali for helping Grandpa. I won't get cold feet.
Hey, they're here. I can see the Akademiya guard.
Ma poverino, no, ma rischia la vita questa creatura. Perché, povera Stella?
All right, it's time, Isak. Take a deep breath and go. You can do this.
No, non lo so, come vedete ho le mani qua, quindi sta facendo tutto da solo. Ma che cavolo?
Why is there a guard over there? Did he already run ahead of me? This is different from our plan. But there's no time. I need to make a choice.
Huh? Did I just see something dart by? I'd better go have a look.
Oh no. Oh no.
Were my eyes playing tricks on me? I should go check to see if someone's hiding over there.
Oh no.
There seems to be nothing here. Just to be safe.
Good thing they didn't find me. I was close. I'd better hurry and keep going.
Ma che paura sta cosa.
Hey! Lesser Lord Kusanali's over there! Stop!
What? Lesser Lord Kusanali? How did I not see anything just now?
Oh no, they found me. Where should I go?
The target suspected to be Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped into the Grand Bazaar. Assemble
Non
and
so,
arrest her.
cioè, io sto prendendo delle scelte palesemente a caso. Che poi vabbè, non è che sia proprio un gioco proprio di scelte piene.
Where did she go? How did she disappear? Did we lose her? Hurry up and find her!
Hey, why is your team here? Didn't we say to split up our search?
Hurry! Hurry! This place is... Why are you all here?
Perché siamo un branco di imbecilli.
Yeah, isn't it one heck of a coincidence? Everybody's here. What on earth is going on?
Perché siamo caduti in trappola.
I suppose that's all of you? Who are you? Did you set us up? What are you planning?
Phew, that was rough. I almost got caught.
Little brat? So you're not actually Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Nope.
Who
I'm not.
exactly are you all? Eremites from the desert?
Just some
Sì, uniamo i
colleagues.
popoli.
Think of this as a business competition or a personal grudge. After stepping into our traps, stop thinking of yourselves as hunters. Behave like the prey you are.
Devo mettermi in posizione di combattimento?
An ambush? How's that possible? This is Sumeru City, but mercenaries from the desert somehow ambushed us!
You've spent all your time hiding away in the Akademiya. This place has long since become our hunting ground. Brace yourselves!
Oddio, ok. Lei... c'è stato un test con lei? Non mi ricordo. Va bene.
This is odd. The Akademiya has quieted down after the conclusion of the Jnagarbha Day ceremonies, but it's much quieter than usual. Where are the guards? Why have I not seen a single one?
Guards? Guards!
Porello. Cioè, porello fino a una certa, in realtà.
Grand Sage, how may I be of assistance?
I called for the guards. Why did you come?
My apologies, Grand Sage. Right now, all Akademiya guards have entered the city to perform the ordered arrest. I thought you knew.
Arrest? Who is there to arrest? I have an ominous feeling.
Arrest Lesser Lord Kusanali, right? Is that not what the order was?
Lesser Lord Kusanali? You mean she has disappeared?
Yes. I wouldn't dare make up something like
Tutto
that.
questo mi fa ridere per le reazioni dei personaggi, sinceramente. What che è? Ma io non ho detto nulla, come è sparita?
And many are saying that Lesser Lord Kusanali will take revenge on us.
What happened? Just what is going on? Lesser Lord Kusanali somehow escaped? Was it Alhaitham and his party that freed her? That's impossible. The Akademiya is heavily guarded today, and any order to release Lesser Lord Kusanali would be strictly confidential. Besides, Alhaitham and the Traveler are already in our hands. What manner of trickery did they employ? How could Lesser Lord Kusanali disappear into thin air? Disappear? Wait. How was the arrest order distributed to the guards?
It was issued by the AKASHA earlier today. Only you have the authority to send messages like that, so I thought it was your order.
Bravi ragazzi, bravi ragazzi.
Let me check.
Hackerate la AKASHA.
Here.
AKASHA devices.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped from the sanctuary of Surasthana. Go to the city and arrest the escapee immediately. The AKASHA indeed contains this information, and it clearly appeared in my mind. How did they bypass my permissions to issue this kind of message? Was it the report about the Traveler that Alhaitham submitted? No. I specifically checked that knowledge capsule before entering it into the AKASHA. Could that have been a red herring?
Non ho usato, oddio, hanno usato una backdoor o qualcosa. No, una backdoor è una cazzata. Vabbè, comunque li hanno hackerati malissimo.
Have you been to the sanctuary of Surasthana?
Visto, mai cliccare sui link delle mail sospette, mai aprire i link delle mail sospette.
I haven't. It may be a bit offensive to say this, but Grand Sage, what you're saying doesn't make any sense. How can the information in the AKASHA be inaccurate? What the AKASHA decrees is fact. That is common knowledge to all of us. If we have to confirm the information and knowledge from the AKASHA ourselves, then how is that any different from us learning that information ourselves? Wouldn't Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's legacy lose its meaning that way?
In the beginning, it was I who asked you to believe in the AKASHA, to believe in the legacy left by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Are you trying to use my words against me?
No, Grand Sage. I'm merely confused because I believe in you. I never meant to refute you.
No, grande saggio, però sì, grande saggio.
Stay here and see if there are any suspicious people around. I'll go to the sanctuary of Surasthana on my own.
Bravo, vattene. Dai, che ci stiamo riuscendo. Vattene.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped from the sanctuary of Surasthana. Go to the city and arrest the escapee immediately. How can that be? Stop thinking about it. Stop. It must be a trick of theirs. As long as I personally confirm it. Ah! Impossible. That's impossible. There must be something wrong with my eyes.
È una questione di fede, è una questione di scienza, nel senso.
What a comical sight as are. Once the AKASHA has put certain thoughts into your head, even the Grand Sage can no longer see what's right in front of him. You all can only see the world in your mind, the one you think you know. And precisely because of this, you disregarded Lesser Lord Kusanali's existence. She has been a wise and worthy Archon.
Sino, have you been waiting for a chance like this? The AKASHA predicted that you would return to the Akademiya to confront me, but I didn't expect it to turn out like this. I was careless.
No, you were blinded. Your faults stem from your reliance on the Akasha. You're still the same as always.
I truly did not expect a proud person like you to cooperate with Alhaitham and the Traveler.
People change, Azar. Admit it. The Akasha can't predict my actions anymore.
Then tell me, what have you found during your investigation?
You want to buy time? This is the sanctuary of Surasthana. Under your own regulations, even Akademiya staff are forbidden to come here. No one will come to save you. As for the investigation, I've at least confirmed that you are guilty of insurgency against the Archon. A serious crime.
So what? Did you do all of this so I would plead guilty in front of you, General Mahamatra?
No. I want you to plead guilty in front of the Archon herself. You once said that I had no standing to judge you. So now, how about judgment in the name of a god?
Quanto è egiziano tutto questo, stupendo. Stupendo proprio. No, va bene.
How long do we have to wait? Paimon wants to know how things are going out there. Paimon hasn't heard any sounds outside for a while. Hopefully something bad didn't happen.
We must trust our friends.
Yeah, but aren't you scared that we might be locked up in here for the rest of our lives? Thinking about it, at least Paimon has you. We can still chat like this. When Paimon thinks of Nahida being imprisoned alone in the sanctuary of Surasthana, Paimon can't help but feel sorry for her.
Here comes your savior.
Dia! Paimon just knew you would come to rescue us!
Paimon credo che mi abbia appena ucciso un timpano. You were scared out of your wits just a moment ago.
You two really owe me some big thanks. I had to search through who knows how many guards to find the key here. It felt even more tiring than whacking them. I'm exhausted.
Thanks a lot. Need Paimon to rub your shoulders?
No, that's, I'll pass.
Rispettiamo la distanza, per favore.
Now isn't the time to talk about being ticklish.
Ok, how are things going outside?
Things in the city and on Sino's side are both going well.
Ciao caro, sì che bello rivederti. Ciao, che piacere. Tutto bene?
But we already talked to Asfand. They've been fed up with the sages bossing them around. As long as it doesn't break their employment contracts, they'll turn a blind eye.
Okay.
That's probably because you've been super great friends with them for a long time. So, how's Sino doing?
The Grand Sage is in his custody. Even I know how terrible it is to fall into Sino's hands, so he probably does too.
Dai, tutto bene, tutto bene. Siamo tornati a fare live dopo un periodo di stop per varie ed eventuali, sai. Ogni tanto purtroppo la vita reale ci porta lontano dalle passioni, ma dai, tutto bene, tutto benissimo, grazie. Adesso almeno abbiamo risolto un po' di robe. We should risk Archon. That all sounds amazing.
Honestly, I didn't expect our ragtag bunch to do
sì,
this
fino
well.
a che
We just came together last minute to save the Archon,
non ci sono le date per gli esami,
Alright,
sempre
you
là
two better
stiamo.
go. I still have to clean up some messes in the
Come al
city.
solito, come per tutte
See
le
you around.
triennali, aspettiamo le sessioni d'esami con molta ansia. Allora, tutto a posto qua? Sì, tutto a posto. Bitrate a posto, cosa a posto? Ma perché mi ha modificato pure sta cosa? Vabbè, poi devo ricontrollare tutte le impostazioni. Che ballole. Un attimo solo, rimetto questo e così, a posto. Fatemi combattere, vi prego. Fatemi menare le mani. Poi mi lamenterò ovviamente anche di aver menato le mani, perché non si è mai contenti. Sto scherzando, ovviamente. Aia, che dolore. Certo, fino a che continuerò a rimanere incastrata con la sedia e la scrivania, continuerò a pestare fortissimo le ginocchia. Vabbè. Nahida! Piccola!
Nahida!
Poi piccola, è un Archon. Va bene, trattiamola come se fosse una bambina.
Before, we've only met in dreams, consciousness, or when I was in someone else's body.
We finally meet, Nahida.
Thank you so much for coming to rescue me, but I also need to apologize.
No, piccola, tranquilla, è normale, stanno facendo così con tutti gli Archon. No problem.
During this time, I did some self-reflection. My sense of inferiority and yielding to the Akademiya led to all of this, and created so much trouble for you all.
Don't worry about it. You've also helped us a lot.
Exactly! We're here because you're a good Archon.
Paimon, gli acuti, per favore. Piano con gli acuti.
Thanks, you too.
Io sto con l'ansia che si impalli la miseria.
So this is how it feels to walk out of that cage with my own body. It's like I just had an endlessly long dream. I can't even tell if I just woke up or was only now born into this world. My concept of self has become so clear. But now doesn't seem to be the time to indulge in this feeling.
The Akademiya's God creation plan.
This is really embarrassing. You all just rescued an Archon, and now she needs your help to save her country.
L'abbiamo già fatto, tranquilla, non è un problema.
With you here, I'm sure that everything will work out. There's one more thing. What is it? For all the things the Akademiya did to me, and for all the folly it committed in the name of wisdom, as their Archon, I will make them pay. Wow, that's the spirit! You're finally standing up for yourself.
Beh, fighissimo. Io pure volevo cominciare dei corsi l'anno prossimo da abbinare alla laurea. Però non di informatica, ma di copywriting, editing, lavoro sui testi, insomma. Spero che il corso sia interessante. This is knowledge that only you yourself could have discovered.
Yes, true.
Comunicazione pubblica ed impresa. Quindi comunicazione per la pubblica amministrazione e le aziende.
We need to hurry and prevent the birth of that false god. I need to make some preparations. Since I'm now free, I can establish a direct link to the
Forza,
AKASHA and
Nahida,
control.
dai che ce la facciamo.
First things first. I need to remove the restrictions that the doctor put on me in the AKASHA. After that, I'll make some adjustments and revoke the sage's permissions. The AKASHA will then be like how it originally was, only operable by the Archon. After all, the Akademiya betrayed Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's trust. This might take some time. In the meantime, you should also work on your own preparations. If we don't stop the God creation plan in time, we'll be in for a tough fight.
Ma guarda, lo capisco, lo parlo, lo leggo, non penso di essere un C1 a livello di, come si dice, di attestati linguistici, però abbastanza decente, cioè se vado in giro per l'estero mi capiscono e capisco, quindi sono abbastanza tranquilla. Ma alle 16 di oggi o di domani? No, sarà di oggi. Spero. Perfetto.
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry...
Sì, assolutamente sì. Porterò Violetto, però. Tra le due versioni. Lo vado a prendere il 18 appena mi arriva la comunicazione. Posso ritirarlo e poi mi butto in live. Quindi un orario preciso non c'è. Penso dopo pranzo. No, Quaxley. Quaxley. Mi raccomando, niente spoiler su Pokémon. Mi raccomando. Grazie. Li ho evitati tutti come la peste. Quindi arriverò che so veramente solo quello che c'è sul sito ufficiale e basta. Grazie mille della cortesia. Comunque prenderò lo starter acqua, ormai è tradizione. Per me ormai è tradizione. Oh mio Dio, ma che coso carinissimo, ne voglio 1000. Paimon, per cortesia, mi hai sturato l'orecchio, non ho capito nulla. Grazie ai sottotitoli. La prendo in giro o no? No, vabbè. It looks completely different from you.
It's alright, Paimon. It can't replace you.
Boh, in realtà mi piacciono quasi tutti sui 1000 che sono usciti finora. C'ho veramente poche grafiche che non mi piacciono. Non saprei neanche fare una classifica, però per questioni di cuore Pikachu. Per questioni proprio... C'è stato il primo Pokémon, diciamo così, che mi regalò mio padre, quindi quello c'è un valore affettivo di un certo tipo. Poi per il resto un po' tutti, nel senso mi piace troppo il brand per avere un elenco di Pokémon preferiti.
I was simply telling you what I feel to be the truth. I wasn't trying to comfort you. Nahida, you're natural at this. What you just said made Paimon even happier. By the way, there's something I need to confess. Even though I'm the Archon and in control of myself again, I'm not very good at fighting.
Quello non è un problema, Nahida, ci pensiamo noi.
I've heard that an Archon's power is derived from their people's faith. However, I'm not as well loved as Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. If we get into a situation where combat is our only
Allora,
option,
Pokémon per me
I'll have to count on you
è il
and
mio
I'll do
brand
my best to
preferito,
provide support.
punto. Nel senso, me ne piacciono tanti, ho tanti amori, però sì, brand. Pokémon è proprio il primo. If we get into a situation where I'll have to count on you. And I'll do, vabbè, fighting is my
I'm glad I
forte.
can rely on you. So the God of Wisdom isn't good at fighting? That actually sounds about right. I've located where the false god is. Time is of the essence, so let's get to it.
Credo di aver skippato malamente perché ogni tanto il mio... Oh! Dai, dai. Certo, aspetta un attimo però. Aiuto. Come sto messa? Malissimo. Malissimo. Perfetto. Quante volte la dovremo rifare questa? Achievement ce lo leviamo subito. Allora, un attimino. Facciamo le cose fatte per bene. Andiamo a curarci. Andiamo a craftare cure e revitalizzanti. E poi andiamo contro Balladeer. Bellossom è carinissimo. Mi piace un sacco. No, che cavolo sto facendo? Di qua. Devo solo curarmi. Devo solo curarmi e poi andare a cosa. Perfetto, e questa l'abbiamo Risolta. Ok. Dei momenti di astio. Poi Sumeru City andiamo qui e craftiamo cure revitalizzanti e poi andiamo contro Balladeer. Fare le cose. Ok. Quanti ce n'ho? Oddio, 61, questi dovrebbero essere più che sufficienti. Facciamo questo e ce ne abbiamo di più. Perfetto. Perfetto. Adesso, posizione da combattimento. Quindi stortissima sulla scrivania. E andiamo. Io spero di non dover fare un intero dominio. Allora. Balladeer, elettro. Cioè il fuoco non è proprio la cosa migliore contro gli ele, ma va bene così. Sì, lo so che è più basso di quanto ho raccomandato, ma ce lo facciamo andare bene.
What is this place?
Io sono di Roma.
Is this really the way we need to go? Wow. Who would have thought there'd be a place like this hidden right slap bang in the middle of the city?
The sages wanted to realize their god creation plan without being discovered. The safest and most convenient way would be to build within the Akademiya itself.
That's true. They were already hiding one god, so why not two?
Judging from the structure here,
In bocca al lupo, allora.
it's a huge undertaking. The sages really saw the god creation plan as their ultimate goal.
Diana, puoi non
This
farmi
place
prendere mai
doesn't
più
look like
infarti
it could
del
have been
genere, grazie
constructed by the
cucciola.
Akademiya alone. The Fatui under the Doctor sure
Beh,
didn't
ottimo,
hold back.
ottimo davvero.
They provided a lot of technological support.
Yeah, or else they wouldn't have been that generous.
Is that it, though? I've always felt that this doctor is different from the Akademiya sages. He doesn't seem to share their sense of urgency. Instead of being interested in the end product, it's like he's enjoying the experiment.
Ok, su.
The Fatui Harbingers are all such weirdos. So, the Doctor being weird is actually normal.
So, this Fatui that they're trying to turn into a god is called the Balladeer? We had previously come into contact with his consciousness. He harbors particularly strong obsessions. One is the desire for a gnosis, since he was created to be the vessel for one. The other obsession is probably related to his past. I can't quite explain it.
Paimon knows that he was a prototype puppet for the Raiden Shogun before he became a Fatui Harbinger. That's why he wants
Povero
a
Balladeer,
gnosis so
però.
badly. There's no way he'd willingly be a test subject. Now with that temper and ego of his.
It sounds like you know the Balladeer quite well. I see. Tell me more about him and what he's like. The more we know now, the better we can plan for and react to any future situation.
Va bene.
I see. Alright, time to go. Let's get through here and meet him in person.
Ok, perfetto.
One with nature.
Everybody stand back! One with the forest. I hear everything.
Into the wind.
This isn't good.
Ah, sì? Ok.
It looks like we can climb up these pipes.
Che devo fare? Ah. Speriamo che sia uno di quei cosi, quei cosi lineari. Penso di sì, però. Infatti. Questo è molto stage da boss fight. Se non è così, ho perso tutto il mio smalto.
Pattern on the ground seems all messed up. Let's go
Sì,
around and see if
sempre
there's a way to
come correttore di bozze ogni tanto. Rimango molto nel mio ambito. Infatti ho perso tutto il mio smalto. Non era una boss fight manco per nulla.
It seems to have stopped. Let's continue.
Però ci stava come stage, dai. Pipe sarà qui.
One with nature.
Shred till I'm dead. Pyrotechnics.
Enshroud. As one with wind and cloud.
Let's light it up.
Sbagliato.
Into the wind. Can't see. Let's nip that in the bud. Let's end this quickly.
Aio.
One with nature.
Off we go.
Into the wind. I guess this is it.
Oddio i puzzle. Oddio i puzzle, aspetta. Certo, se mi fossi evitata quei due lisci con Bennett sarebbe stato molto meglio.
Enshroud.
It's time.
The wind's yours.
Feel the beat. Amp it up.
Sbagliato.
One with the forests. I hear everything. One with nature. Clouds high. The birds.
Everybody stand back.
Enshroud. Keep up.
Dolorissimo.
Into the wind.
Let's light it up. Yeah.
I'll uproot you.
Why do they never miss?
One with nature. Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
Morto, perfetto, è morto. Non voglio abbandonare il dominio, voglio curarmi un secondo. Oh. Sì, hai ragione. Ogni tanto però mi sembra che stiano miagolando i miei gatti.
Let's try adjusting the direction of the device to clear the tracks.
No, che cosa? Ok. Ma se io devo andare di là, no? Ma posso fare tutto il giro? Bene.
Into the wind.
Tecnicamente ora ruotandolo di qua va di là. Tutto chiaro, tutto perfettamente chiaro. Ok.
The wind knows.
Shouldn't get careless.
Sbagliato.
I hear everything.
One with nature.
Let's light it up.
Ogni tanto devo ricontrollare dove metto le mani sulla tastiera. Ok. Quindi abbiamo quasi finito. Credo, spero, mi auguro il cerchio. Allora, devo andare lì. Va bene. Direi che questa è abbastanza semplice, giusto, no? Perfetto. Sperando che mo non si rigirino per... Sì, si girano sti cosi maledettissimi. No, non è vero. Non è vero, non si rigirano, non sono a tempo. Questo è uno di quei giochi che ti fa venire l'ansia delle cose a tempo.
Into the wind.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
As one with wind and cloud.
Can't see. I'll uproot you.
The wind knows me.
Time to rock. Power chord.
Killjoy. We've only just begun.
Keep up.
Into the wind.
You can't run. Well, neither can I. That all you got?
I'm going in.
Miscalculated.
Fallen leaves.
Adorn my... One with the forest. Let's nip that in the bud.
No? No, i giochi troppo stealth non piacciono neanche a me, anzi, sono una di quelle che se deve fare una cosa stealth si incastra e minimo minimo poi va in giro uccidendola qualsiasi perché si è tirata dietro tutta la mappa che doveva fare stealth. Quindi ti capisco. E... posso farlo?
Follow the wind.
Evidentemente potevo. Mi ero già immaginata morta, di dover fare tutto questo. Insomma, molta poca fiducia. Piccolino.
Looking at its operational status, we must prepare for the worst. The god they wanted to create is likely close to completion, or... Oh no! What should we do? Paimon can't imagine how hard it would be to fight against a Fatui Harbinger with a gnosis!
Dai, Paimon, ce la possiamo fare. Con molta poca tattica e tante botte. No, ce la possiamo fare.
Of course Paimon's nervous! Aren't you too, Nahida? Yes, I am. This is probably the first time I faced with a calamity of this degree since my birth. I feel not just nervous, but curious as well. Curious? Curious about what? Curious about our fate. To me, everything we perceive in this world, everything we learn, and everything that happens to us is considered knowledge. And if it's a form of knowledge, then it can be understood. However, only fate is about that which has yet to occur, so it has always drawn my curiosity. So to me, fate is the ultimate knowledge. That's also why I love observing humans and all the things that happen to them. It all brings me great satisfaction. And now, at long last, I'm not just an observer anymore. I will personally experience my own fate with you by my side.
Piccolina, Nahida.
Isn't this such a wonderfully exciting thing? Ah, so that's what you mean. Paimon thinks she understands what you're feeling. Agreed. Okay, let's continue on. I can sense his aura from here.
Madonna mia, mo le botte. Mo le botte che ci piglio. Ah, ovviamente se si perde, siccome su questo gioco lo skip non esiste, questa ce la dobbiamo rivedere.
Who would have thought the world would be so eager for my birth? I remember you, Booer, the god of wisdom, and standing beside you, the traveler.
Is he all-knowing and powerful now like Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? No, I can't feel the same kind of divinity I felt from the Greater Lord. It seems that the sages didn't get the chance to infuse the divine knowledge capsules into him. But even still, he has undoubtedly become a true god now. So we're too late?
Comunque questo gioco dove c'è qualunque cosa mancavano i mecha. Adesso ci sono anche i mecha.
Balladeer.
Va bene.
A long bygone title. When my spirit ascended to divinity, I felt as if I had existed for the same number of epochs as heaven and earth.
Ma io voglio, cioè scusate, si può avere l'altro
The
animaletto
existence
pure
of
come
what
pet,
once
è
called itself
bellissimo.
Kunikazushi appears infinitely small and ugly.
Shoki no Kami.
chissà, potrei usarla per la campagna di gioco di ruolo che stiamo portando avanti.
Capitalizes on the Balladeer's original construction as a mechanical puppet, with the Gnosis serving as a constant power supply. How much effort and resources did the sages put into this? From a purely technological perspective, it's a commendable achievement indeed. It's no exaggeration to say, this is the culmination of human wisdom. You sure are something!
Nahida, però meno felice comunque delle scoperte. Nel senso, questo ti vuole ammazzare. Pelo meno felice delle scoperte, poi torni a essere felice dopo.
Strife is engraved upon every god and every gnosis brought forth into this world. Can you feel it? The exhilaration of such power, and the thrill of anticipation for our contention.
Nahida wouldn't feel the same things as you!
Do you not realize that you are interrupting a conversation between gods? Lowly creature, know your place.
Balladeer pure meno però, eh.
The strife engraved upon a gnosis. You're talking about the Archon War. Tevat's current peace was not easily won. I didn't personally participate in the Archon War, but the way I see it, all those losses were meaningless, driven by the demands of the laws. There's no point in bringing it up again.
Is that so? Yet I am deeply disappointed that I was never allowed the fortuity to personally participate in the Archon War. This is a first. Encountering a god in this world who does not crave power. No wonder your own people have abandoned you. Your judgment is as your existence, unsubstantial. This is where everything ends, Booer, the god of wisdom. You should know that wisdom cannot solve every problem. Like now, where your only option is to face me. Come! Let us reenact a scene of the Archon War. Come and inaugurate my...
Sì, certo.
Churn!
Aio.
Insignificant past!
Ok.
Feeble human!
The wind knows me.
At my command, you shall fall!
Adventure time!
Ma che No, non ho capito come si scrive. Palesemente non ho capito.
Teamwork is dreamwork! One with wind and cloud! In shroud! I'll uproot you!
Ma ok, va bene.
Time to go.
No, c'è la colonna sonora, ma io la volevo sentire per bene.
My endless cycle begins!
Radioactive! Feel the beat!
What attitude?
Time to go. That hurts!
Aia, aia.
Feeble human!
Non ci credo, c'è la colonna sonora ed è pure figa.
The wind knows me.
One with the forest.
Insignificant past.
Let's nip that in the bud. One with nature. Clouds high. Birds come. At my command, you shall fall. Keep on. One thing after another. I'm not finished my research. Be more human.
Adventure time. Off we go.
Io so che non dovevo combatterlo così, ne sono pienamente consapevole. C'è qualcosa che non torna, però ok. Scusate, è stata una fight che non ha assolutamente capito niente di come doveva andare. Certo, però, ma è solo questo, è solo uno stage, perché è veramente pippa. Ah no, ok. Ok, no, non è solo uno stage. Va bene. Va bene. Però mi ha curato.
Tremble! Time to go.
Burn to oblivion!
One thing has flowers. Haven't bloomed yet. Time to go.
Tremble!
Time to go. One
reality is pain.
Nahida? Ma no, per il collo, povera stella.
This is supposed to be a battle between gods, yet you choose to hide behind a mortal. And now, you're acting like you'd sacrifice yourself for a human. Are you having fun proving a false sense of heroism to yourself, boor?
The data collection is almost complete. Do you even know how many times you've tried to take my gnosis from me?
Oddio, piccola Nahida. Mostraci la vera forza di una dea.
We just concluded the 168th loop. Did you know that in the effort to create you, the people of Sumeru were forced to live through the exact same number of Sub-Zerus festivals and Samsara cycles?
The power of dreams. When did you use it on me?
Io voglio quel cosino come petto.
You can't even defeat me in a dream. What do you hope to achieve with this little trick?
Come, traveler. Just like before. Allow me to awaken the memories in your dreams. All that battle experience! It's more than that. Compile everyone's wisdom in the name of the Archon. That is the original function of the Akasha. I've sent everything that happened just now to the people of Sumeru in the form of knowledge. I've asked them to help you find a way to defeat the false god.
Questo è un genere di narrazione che mi piace. Non è una narrazione che non si è mai vista, è molto stereotipo narrativo in senso positivo del termine, però mi piace. Perché per me ha una logica. Sta un po' come Dragon Ball, popolo della terra, ho bisogno del vostro aiuto, però è giusto.
Meaningless tricks won't save you.
Ora poi se tutto questo cortesemente fa anche delle cose che io posso capire, entro a combattere. Io sono pippa io, sono una segaccia io, quindi non ti discorso.
Are you done with your tricks? Can I finally take this as a real battle between gods?
I'll leave this to you, the first sage of Bur.
Siamo diventati la sua prima sacerdotessa, vabbè.
1,000 eons, mine to dominate.
Oddio, perché ho Nahida? Perché c'è Nahida qua? Non ho capito.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Into the wind. Burn to oblivion. Kneel. One with nature.
Grow! I see everything.
Reality
Yeah.
is pain.
Hey! Everyone hold hands.
Burn to oblivion! The wind knows.
Sbagliato.
Good riddance, cruel world. Wind strike. Fallen leaves. Adorn my night. One with nature. Not possible.
Ok.
The wind knows me. Time to go.
Ma perché non me lo piglia?
One with the forest.
I see everything.
Burn to oblivion.
Ma non è vero.
Everyone
Vabbè, qua giù, che non c'è niente. Capisco perché è molto gimmick come battaglia, però mi piacerebbe ogni tanto, cioè prima mi sarebbe molto piaciuto che mi fosse comparso il prompt di comandi. No, non è difficile in realtà. Non è difficile per niente, perché una volta capito il pattern di attacchi e come funziona, lo si fa praticamente senza danni. Prima avevo la possibilità di salirgli sopra e non è comparso un prompt di comandi, o io non l'ho visto. Più probabile che non l'abbia visto. È il più facile tra i boss fatti finora.
Tremble!
Io l'ho giocata malissimo, l'ho fatto veramente male, però è veramente uno tra i più semplici. Ce ne sono stati due che sono stati mortali da fare. Questo bene o male, capito il tempismo, capito dove devi attaccare, è una cavolata. Proprio una cavolata. E mi dispiace un po'.
Wait! Please! Anything but the noses!
Balladeer, povera stella. Ha una storia tristissima, Balladeer.
Don't even try! I'll never go back!
Qualcuno poteva prenderlo, povero Balladeer, però.
We haven't yet found the answer to the most important mystery. Irminsul is still waiting to be saved. With the power of another gnosis, we may now finally understand the last memory of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
Possiamo salvare Balladeer? Per favore.
That's right. This is the last memory of my predecessor.
Comunque spero non straichino per quei momenti in cui si è sentito la colonna sonora, ma la volevo sentire anch'io la colonna sonora. Era giapponese, bella pesante, bella pesante.
This sure seems very different from what Paimon imagined. Shouldn't Irminsul be in this realm of consciousness? Yes, that is our destination. But I didn't expect the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata to be as polluted as this.
It must be due to forbidden knowledge.
Forbidden knowledge? It seems you know about a concept that even I don't completely understand. Could you tell me what you know? Your inference seems logical enough. Forbidden knowledge once polluted the desert thousands of years ago, but was successfully repelled thanks to King Deshret's self-sacrifice, and Greater Lord Rukkhadevata nearly exhausting her power. Then, a second instance of forbidden knowledge pollution occurred during the Conria Cataclysm 500 years ago. But I'm afraid it is much more serious this time, with Irminsul itself already in danger. So, if we're in the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, and it's also been affected by forbidden knowledge pollution, then does that mean, in order to save us, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? Yes. It's very possible that she sacrificed her life in the fight against forbidden knowledge. She didn't completely eradicate forbidden knowledge, but if it weren't for her actions, the pollution would have been far more rampant over these past 500 years. The way that everyone, including me, has forgotten everything about forbidden knowledge may very well be due to her restoration of Irminsul.
Aww. Do you feel sad, Nahida?
I'm just sharing her pain. The pollution of her consciousness here is severe. There is madness, chaos, and pain all around us. Did she fight to resist the forbidden knowledge pollution in such terrible conditions, all the way up to her last breath? She even used her last remnant of lucid consciousness to leave a clue for us to follow.
The words.
Yes. Her words were distorted by forbidden knowledge, so that's all we could hear. But now, we have a chance to find the answer to this mystery. We can cross the polluted consciousness until we found the right path to meet with our lucid consciousness. And then, we'll let Greater Lord Rukkhadevata tell us the truth in person.
I hope we can use that truth to save everybody.
Each of us need to be mindful of the state of our own consciousness while we are here.
Non riesco a trovare una posizione su sta sedia.
Even with the Gnosis' protection, we must always keep a clear mind. Otherwise, we could go mad at any moment.
That's so scary.
Don't worry, it should be easy enough for you to keep that mind of yours clear, Paimon. Let's go.
Che potrebbe essere un complimento e un insulto allo stesso tempo questa frase. No? Ok, siamo ancora nel dominio. Allora, datemi un secondo soltanto. Un secondo solo. Un minuto, torno subito. A tra pochissimo.
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
Eccomi. Scusate. Ma se non facevo una scappata in bagno era un problema. Ok. Ci siamo. Adesso sicuramente non molliamo la presa per niente al mondo. Siamo qua ormai. Io comunque penso che sarebbe carino... Scusate, io devo controllare sempre i bitrate e le robe perché ieri mi ha creato problemi, quindi... Così, perfetto. Andiamo. Il fatto che ieri mi ha creato problemi proprio sul finale, vorrei evitare oggi. Che bella!
Consciousness, which symbolizes reason here. Its course is the direction our consciousness is traveling towards. If we lose control over our consciousness, we will fall into madness. So let's make sure the boat stays on course. Wow! What are these? The monsters seem to have been affected by them.
Adventures! Let's light it up!
Can't see?
The wind knows it.
Non l'avevo visto.
As one with wind and cloud!
Time to rock!
One with the forest! I hear everything! One with nature!
Dov'è? Qua sotto.
Clouds high. The birds...
I'm going in!
I'll uproot you! Enshroud! The wind knows me.
Power cord! Yeah, right till I'm dead!
I hear everything!
Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork!
One with the forest! Into the wind! The wind knows me. Enshroud! Let's nip that in the bud! Into the wind!
Questi sono, credo, il mostro che meno mi piace in tutto Genshin. Perché mettono sanguinamento a tutta la squadra. È un fastidio. Sbagliato. Questo.
A boiling signal has appeared in the sky!
Keep up. One with nature. Fallen leaves adorn.
Questa parte mi sta piacendo tantissimo perché ha un'ambientazione stupenda.
Let's light it up! I'm going in!
Can't see? I hear everything! The wind knows.
Va bene. Va bene un corno. Tu? Scusa, tu?
So many regrets.
So many regrets, no. No, so many regrets.
Enshroud! Let's nip that in the bud.
Right till I'm dead!
One with the forest. I'll uproot you.
Aia. Aia.
Into the wind.
To control the boat of consciousness, we need to find the helm first.
Non era previsto questo coso. Certo che in un posto del genere una musichetta così rilassante.
We changed direction. Are we still going the right way, Nahida?
Mm-hmm. Judging from the current route, the boat of consciousness will soon take us out of here.
Questa sembra tanto la barca che trasporta le anime
We'll be arriving
lungo
at
il
our
Nilo.
destination soon.
Mi piace un sacco, mi
How
piace
are you
proprio un
feeling?
sacco tutta questa
Are your
parte.
mind still intact?
Ok. Some strange thoughts came from
But everything's been completely
time
normal
to
for
time.
Paimon.
Hopefully there won't be any more interruptions. This time, we should be able to meet Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
Are you saying you've never met Greater Lord Rukkhadevata before?
No, it seems that my birth and her death took place at the same time. Otherwise, I think she would have given me a little more guidance, and I could have done a better job.
Hey, you've done a great job, Nahida. Let's get out of this creepy place and go meet her. So, is this the place you were talking about? The base of Irminsul?
È molto simile all'albero di Inazuma. Stupendo. Tutta questa parte così onirica mi piace tanto.
Well, this is the place.
We're here to find Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right? But the one standing over there
Is that... me? She looks exactly like me. Are you Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
Yes, that's me. Are you surprised by my appearance? Irminsul and the surrounding lands have been reproduced here as they were years ago. But this is just around the
Non chiedo perché
consciousness.
dobbiamo saltare sempre
We
verso la
are
fine.
manifestations of the
Vabbè.
same nature. Hence why we would appear exactly the same.
We're of the same nature. Why?
Because you are me, and I am you. You are me in the new samsara.
The new samsara?
As Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, I'm the avatar of Irminsul. And you are the purest branch snapped from Irminsul. Imagine it this way. Even if a tree dies, its branches will eventually take root and grow, continuing the tree's life in another form. I'm merely the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. The real me has presumably died a long time ago. Judging from your appearance, I've probably been dead for 500 years. But you're finally here. My new self in the samsara.
If this is true, then am I going to be a great Archon like you someday?
Though we share the same nature, our fates are bound to be different. All things have their own fate. When a branch grows into a mature tree, it won't be the same as the original tree.
That's why fate is the ultimate knowledge, isn't it?
That's a great insight. Yes, very good. It's also precisely why you won't become like me.
Really?
But perhaps you may become an even greater Archon than I. I already see a determination in you that I didn't possess in my time, and the future that it leads you to will be yours alone. Along with the blessings from your past experiences. Don't worry. The growth of wisdom is like that of a plant. You only need to wait quietly for the flower to bloom.
Come to think of it, the sages never had the faintest inkling of the meaning of wisdom.
Thank you. Nothing makes me happier than discovering that the Archon I always admired was in fact myself in another fate. It's so nice to speak with you, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. I've always wanted to meet you.
The feeling is mutual. From the moment I snapped the branch off Irminsul and created you, I've also looked forward to talking with you.
Could you tell me why you wanted to create me? And what exactly happened when you died?
Ah, I see. You're here seeking answers, right? Everything that day, even the sky itself, changed into a color like this. At that time, the seven were all summoned to the nation of Conria, except for me. I had a more important task to attend to. I had to protect Irminsul. The disaster occurred together with the pollution of forbidden knowledge. At that very moment, with my consciousness connected to Irminsul, I sensed something was wrong. The pain started to torment my mind. By the time I reached Irminsul, it was already displaying signs of corruption. Had I not repelled the pollution of forbidden knowledge with King Deshret thousands of years ago, I might have felt even more hopeless and lost.
So what exactly is forbidden knowledge?
It's a kind of knowledge that doesn't belong to this world, and a form of truth that can't be understood. It came from the very bottom of the abyss. Even I could never understand it. The world is constantly rejecting it, leading to all kinds of bad phenomena. If we allow forbidden knowledge to pollute Irminsul, I'm afraid the entirety of Tevat could fall apart.
So, there's knowledge that even the God of Wisdom can't understand?
At that time, I knew I couldn't repel the forbidden knowledge with my strength alone. Which is why I created a device that compiled human wisdom and named it the AKASHA.
It's truly the world's most amazing invention.
Thank you.
Letteralmente Wikipedia.
For a long time, I thought dreams were the fruit of human wisdom. Though it was selfish to do so, I borrowed people's dreams using the AKASHA. Then I compiled their wisdom and all of my own power.
Well, did it work?
Thanks to the wisdom of the people of Sumeru, almost all the forbidden knowledge was cleared from Irminsul. But things didn't go as smoothly as I thought. I had a terrible headache, which gave me an uneasy feeling. And then I remembered that my consciousness was also connected with Irminsul. It brought me knowledge and wisdom, but vile corruption as well. From the very beginning, my existence had been polluted by the forbidden knowledge.
Oh no. How could that happen?
I've experienced that pain in your consciousness. It must have been a horrible experience.
Yes, but my feelings weren't important. The important thing was that even if I died, my existence and everything related to me would continue to exist in Irminsul as memories and knowledge, meaning that the forbidden knowledge couldn't ever be permanently eradicated. And there's no way for me to eliminate myself. It would be a sort of paradox. So, I took the purest branch of Irminsul as my incarnation in the next samsara, and left a trail of clues, all in hopes that you would come here and remove me and my pollution from Irminsul forever.
Wait, no, I can't.
So you realize what that implies. You are very smart indeed. Irminsul has all the knowledge and memories of this world. And as you've realized just now, removing me from Irminsul means I essentially will never have existed in this world.
È letteralmente il concetto, mi sa, del mutamiscette di Resident Evil.
People love you so much and they've missed you so much over the past 500 years.
Scherzo. Cioè, per il mutamiscette non ho pietà, qui mi viene da piangere fortissimo.
So how can we just forget you like this? Is there really no other way? There must be something else I can do.
You're the god of wisdom, Booer. You should know that there is no other way.
But this is so cruel. I don't want to forget you.
No need to feel so sad, Booer. As someone who delights in wisdom, you should feel joy at finally finding the answer. These are the words in their entirety. The answer you've been seeking all along. Let the world completely forget me. We all nestle under the great tree of wisdom, peering out to perceive the world. From the earth and from the rain, we perceive its wonders, until we become a white bird to perch atop a branch, and finally snap off the most important leaf. Once upon a time, I alone dreamed in this world. In my dreams, everybody would also dream after they fell asleep. Wild and wonderful thoughts would emerge from their minds. Some tumbled to the ground, and others floated to the sky, connecting all things in the world into one dazzling net. Among a plethora of worlds were numerous smaller worlds, all of fate, finding within the tapestry their brilliant glow. I gradually understood that these indescribable and constantly changing things are the most profound things in the world. Only they can completely repel the madness. Only dreams can awaken consciousness from the deepest darkness.
E ora ho capito perché è la mia seconda regione preferita di Genshin. Tutta la questione di sogni, delle coscienze. E piango perché sì, perché piango pure per le pubblicità della carta igienica.
I'm the one who posed this question, yet also the one who sought a solution. Saving the world with the dreams of the people used to be my answer. And now, you've also found your own answer, and I shall return all the dreams to the people. Goodbye, people of Sumeru. May you be blessed tonight with the sweetest of dreams.
Questa è la parte più difficile, somatizzare tutta questa parte.
I'm alright. I'm just a little confused.
No, oddio.
We've just saved the world, right? So why am I crying? I don't know where this feeling inside of me is coming from, but I feel very sad. Just now, we used the power of two gnosis to successfully connect with the Irminsul consciousness from 500 years ago. Then, we removed the remaining pollution from Irminsul.
Yeah, what's wrong? Weren't you there just now?
Già. Finché ci sarà almeno una persona a ricordare. Comunque no, va bene così. Ricorderemo noi, andrà tutto bene.
Traveler, Paimon!
I've been waiting here far too long. But finally I have the chance to be alone with you. All the precious time I wasted has finally paid off.
The Doctor! What have you done?
Just a type of sound wave that can quickly put defenseless people into a dream. As I expected, it doesn't have any effect on gods. This is the only thing of interest I found among the sage's research. I thought I'd take it for a little spin. Don't worry. I know you would never forgive me if I actually killed them. I'm here to negotiate with you. Naturally, I won't do anything dangerous that could potentially damage our relationship.
Negotiate with me? I heard you had already left Sumeru. Why are you here again now?
I left Sumeru, but I also stayed in Sumeru. Even the God of Wisdom is restricted by the habits of cognition. How disappointing.
Allora, non è il momento, sono abbastanza girata per quello che è appena successo al Greater Lord, che
Even the same
potrei non
individual
reagire
have different
benissimo, te lo
cognitions
dico.
at different ages. A long time ago, I made a major decision in hopes of preserving all my perspectives of how I observe the world. Observation is the first step of any experiment, but observing the current world doesn't satisfy me. It lacks an important dimension, that of time. So I saved segments of all my ages and made them into independent individuals. That's all there is to it. Indulge me. How does the God of Wisdom find my method of seeking knowledge?
Ti prego,
It's an insult to the very concept of life. Life inherently has many rules and restrictions, each with its own significance and reason to exist. They can't be broken on a whim.
Indeed, it's difficult for humans to make peace with themselves, not to mention oneself from a different period.
Since you were in the Akademiya, why wait until now to show up? You could very well have stopped us and helped that fake god.
Simple. Let me ask you this. Would any staff member ever help the subject in the middle of an experiment? It was my experiment. So why should I interfere with the results?
The Akademiya saw the plan to create a god as their ultimate goal, yet you only saw it as an ordinary experiment. You really are crazy. If the experiment succeeded, you would have had a new god on your hands. How would you have faced your own god then? would you still take the same stance? Would you still hold the same view of yourself?
I'm first and foremost a scholar. These results should be left to the judgment of the hypothetical me confronted with that outcome. But you're right. And that's exactly why I'm disappointed with the conclusion of this experiment.
As an individual, you don't have any sense of belonging. You seem to have even fewer convictions than a typical scholar.
Oh no, I certainly have my own convictions. They just don't fit your standards, that's all. All right, that's enough conversation for today. The experiment is over, and it's time to tidy up the equipment and reclaim any useful materials. For example, the Gnosis. Lesser Lord Kusanali, you're an intelligent Archon. I'm sure you understand the disparity in our combat abilities at this time. Besides, you have no way to use that Electro-Gnosis in battle.
Didn't you say you were here to negotiate with me? Somehow, it's starting to seem like you intend to take it by force now.
I'm merely stating a fact. After all, I'm also a scholar. Naturally, I hope to show proper respect and dignity to the God of Wisdom.
Your hypocrisy is built on absolute confidence. I understand your scheme, but... what if I were to destroy the Gnosis now and awaken the heavenly principles?
Awaken the heavenly principles? Do you think that's really possible?
The heavenly principles have been silent for many years, but the Gnosis are symbols of their control over Teyvat and all the laws. Will the destruction of a Gnosis attract the attention of the heavenly principles? And if so, how do the Fatui plan to deal with the consequences? Do you dare to gamble such a possibility with me?
Gamble?
La adoro.
How surprising.
La adoro
I thought you would
tantissimo.
show evidence or use rigorous reasoning
Non la pensavo
to prove
capace
your
di uscite
point.
del genere.
The word gamble is the last thing I expected to hear from the God of Wisdom. But this is a clever move. You must have seen through me when I first captured your consciousness. As a scholar, I respect all possibilities. This has always been my principle and is an essential trait as an experimenter. Indeed, I can't ignore this possibility. So tell me then, what are your conditions?
This foreign Gnosis will only lead to disaster if it stays in Sumeru. But this Electro-Gnosis is the prize I obtained after defeating one of your fellow Harbingers. Now, as the one who initiated this cascade of events, shouldn't you pay the corresponding price?
Price? Interesting. What price would you have me pay?
How about erasing all your other segments?
So this is how you wish to restrict me, the most threatening opponent of the Nation of Wisdom. What you request of me is like plucking out the eyes I have placed in the dimension of time. Segments are extraordinarily difficult to make. They require extremely rare resources and enormous amounts
C'è
of
un errore
time
tra i
and
sottotitoli e
effort,
quello che hanno detto.
requiring me to destroy them all here and now. Bravo. A suitably wise decision on your part. Yes, how very interesting. Can I assume that you have long been wary of me? Among all the versions of me, this segment you see now is the most selfish. If it weren't me, your idea wouldn't have worked. What did you see when you were imprisoned? You were observing me, and that's how you know I've long grown tired of their doubts and endless arguments.
Like you said, it's difficult to make peace with yourself. Being as smart as you are, have you managed to do that?
I see. If you think all those versions of me are worth a gnosis, then deal.
You sure didn't hesitate much. Is the relationship between all the versions of you really that bad?
I don't think there's any need to dwell on that. The surplus versions of me can be exchanged for a gnosis. Sto rivalutando Nahida. Nel senso, no, non penso che cercherò di prenderla, non mi interessa a sufficienza. Però è troppo carina e infame. Sto rivalutando un sacco. Perhaps it's best to say you're just temporarily ahead. But what I'd like to know is, how can you be sure that I've really erased them?
E anche oggi le nostre 2 ore di live comunque ce le siamo fatte, a suon di chiacchiere loro, non nostre purtroppo, ma loro. Però ce le siamo fatte.
What a ridiculous decision! You can't be serious!
How could I have been so short-sighted?
You think this is the end?
Wait,
I'll have
you'll make this moment count.
You will regret this.
Well,
che figata.
Have you confirmed that it's complete?
Here, take it. The future of Sumeru City will be in my hands alone. I will shut down the Akasha and let curiosity and the thirst for knowledge drive the realm of academics once again.
Vai Nahida, brava, questa è una bellissima
There won't be
decisione.
gaps for you to exploit.
It truly pains me that my academic achievements have never been appreciated in my homeland. Of course, I have no interest in being rejected by this city for a 3rd time. Another chess piece. And where is your dendronosis?
Don't be greedy, Harbinger of Snezhnaya.
No, this is a different transaction. If you intend to turn off the Akasha anyway, then there's no further use for the Gnosis of Sumeru, is there? Besides, isn't it the Archon's duty to deliver what's desired of the Seeker? Oh, judging from your expression, you don't seem to find the idea very agreeable. Then let's think of it this way. Since you're the god of wisdom, how about I exchange some knowledge with you?
Tutti si sono scordati di Balladeer
Exchanging
comunque.
knowledge with the god of wisdom is the stuff of legends. Yet here you wish to exchange knowledge for the god of wisdom's property. Arrogant as that is, it has piqued my interest.
Let me ask you, have you in all your mighty knowledge ever heard the rumor that the skies of Tevat are fake?
Huh?
That's the secret hidden by Irminsul concerning the truth of this world. Once I finish telling you about this, it will be time for me to say goodbye. With negotiations, we've all gotten what we wanted. I'm very glad I got to meet you like this.
Your arrogance may know no bounds, and convictions may mean nothing to you. But I'll still listen to what you have to say.
Vi odio scrittori maledetti. Certo, giusto, perché è il continuo del plot per le prossime regioni e tutto il resto, però belle escamotage, ok? Belle escamotage, questo mi è piaciuto.
Together! Okay, wake her up. Are you awake? Kali says it's time for breakfast. Come on, get up! Good morning! How are you feeling today? Good to hear. It looks like we've recovered pretty well. Not even Tainari could stop us from going out now, right? Come on, Traveler, let's go!
Possiamo salutarla almeno, la nostra piccola...
Time to go.
La nostra piccola Nahida.
Good morning. Looks like you're awake.
Yep, yep.
I prepared some breakfast today. Please have a taste. I hope you'll like it.
It's nice to have you here so we can eat something yummy.
Pistacchi? È tipo una
Now that I've recovered from
torta salata ai
I'm feeling
pistacchi.
better than ever.
Io ho fame
I can
adesso.
even prepare 4 or 5 meals a day now.
And Paimon bets they're all delicious.
Oh, by the way, someone brought a letter for you after you went to sleep last night.
Nope. Paimon wanted to read the letter with you after you woke up. So Paimon didn't open it. Alright, let's read it now. Oh, it's from Nilu. Ahem. We're going to hold a feast at the Grand Bazaar and celebrate Sino's reinstatement as the General Mahamatra. As heroes of Sumeru, please be sure to attend. I'll wait for you. The date of the banquet is written on the back.
Finisce sempre così a tarallucce e vino in qualunque mondo, in
I've also
qualunque
heard that you've
storia.
become heroes here as well. That's amazing. Sometimes I'm really envious of strong and confident people like you.
Ma che tu sei fighissima.
You're embarrassing me.
Anyway, let's go to the Grand Bazaar to have a look.
Oh, before you leave, be sure to inform Master Tainari.
Mannaggia. Questa, tutta l'ultima parte della quest di Sumeru è un enorme errand. Una enorme errand.
Good morning. How do you feel today?
We feel much better. How about you?
I'm recovering well. Thanks for asking.
Well, from the looks of it, you seem to be already busy with work again.
It's fine. I'm not that... The Elazar patients have recovered, as well as Hypatia. For now, I only need to tend to my Forest Watcher duties.
It seems once Irminsul started getting better, everything else started to recover too.
Yes, but there are still some residual effects. The withering is one example. Though it won't spread anymore, the existing zones won't just disappear.
By the way, we have some good news. Sino got his position back.
This news is hardly new. He had already mentioned it to me before.
Huh? You mean he was already here? Why didn't he come to say hi to us?
He visited once, but he was afraid of disturbing you while you were resting. He just asked me a few questions and left.
Then you probably already know all about the celebration feast.
Celebration feast? No, I haven't heard anything about that.
No, ma povera Stella.
But didn't Nilu say in her letter that they would celebrate Sino? He didn't tell you?
Perhaps, or alternatively, he doesn't know about it either.
Come to think of it, Sino doesn't seem like the type who'd enjoy a celebration feast.
Guess Nilus only planning on telling him once festivities are underway.
You and Kala are both Sino's close friends. Why don't you come to the feast with us?
Kala has taken over some of my tasks these days. I don't think she'll have time for it. Not to mention me. You see, some VIPs have come to the forest recently.
Huh? VIPs? Very important Paimons?
No,
Well,
no,
technically
Paimon,
speaking, they are former VIPs. The sages involved in recent incidents have begun their training in the Avidya forest, and the people they had previously imprisoned have all been released.
Huh?
Yes, he's a little weak, but he isn't injured and his condition is stable. Lesser Lord Kusanali, in her boundless mercy, has decided to spare Azar and the other wrongdoers. Supposedly, they were ashamed of their shallow ideologies and have decided to dedicate the rest of their lives to cultivating wisdom in the Avidya
E questo può
forest.
essere sia un problema
When
che
they learned
una
that
cosa
Lesser
figa, cioè
Lord
praticamente si
Kusanali
sono
had
messi
defeated the
in
Balladeer and
isolamento da
saved
soli,
Irminsul. They
però
were
se
shocked
poi
at first,
iniziassero a,
but also became happy,
come si
feeling that the
dice,
sacred light guiding
progettare
them on the
qualcosa
path
di
of
male.
discovering wisdom had begun to shine once again. As a result, work has increased for the forest rangers.
That sounds really exhausting.
There's nothing we can do, really. But that's another topic. back to the matter at hand. Are you two planning to head out?
Ah, right! We're here to request permission to head out. Would that be okay?
You've recovered well. You may go, but be careful.
Yay! Will do!
The rainforest is the best place to live.
Well, there won't be any problems if the feast starts at that time. Everything has already been prepared.
Mr. Zubair, I finished tallying things up here. Well, except for the guests.
Is a simple reply really that much to ask of our guests? It's affecting our arrangements.
Oh, it'll be fine. Besides, it never hurts to get
Questo
things
qui è un
ready in
problema che
advance.
conosco bene anch'io quando bisogna organizzare qualcosa.
The feast will be held sooner or later, right?
Hey, Nilu!
Traveler, Paimon!
We got your letters, so here we are!
You're the best! The other guests haven't even replied yet.
Huh? Are we the only ones that have arrived?
Yeah, I had someone deliver letters to all of our guests. But maybe everyone is still busy with other things.
Look, I get it. Sumeru is in an extremely important period of transition right now, but even if your friends are important figures, they shouldn't just ignore your request like this.
Bravo,
Nilu is
Shake, digliene
Sumeru's
4.
#1 celebrity after all. You have no idea how happy I am to talk to people with good...
If you consider enjoying Nilu's dances having good taste, then almost everybody has good taste. Because Paimon thinks everybody will love her performance.
That's right. We all think she's amazing too. Nilu is an absolute favorite among those of us who frequent the Grand Bazaar. For Outlanders, you have a great eye.
Oh, cucciola Nilu
Master
che si
Zubair,
vergogna in un
let's have a
angolo.
vote for the most outstanding audience members next time. I think these two may win.
Nonsense! It is not for us to determine the value of an audience. But indeed, we could try giving gifts to people with particularly good taste. I heard there's a device in Fontaine called a camera that can record people's appearances as pictures. Such pictures would make superb gifts.
Ooh, good idea. I wonder where we can find one.
I don't want you giving pictures of me to everyone. I'm satisfied just being able to perform here.
There's always a lot going on at the Grand Bazaar.
Yeah, and the Traveler and Paimon, could you help confirm if for some reason they didn't receive the letter?
Yeah, we can also check out how
When I asked for Sino, I'm not
Okay,
too sure about
va
Master
bene.
Dunerzad. I just hope she's feeling better.
Okay, got it. Let's go, Traveler.
È un'enorme, gigantesca, infinita errand quest. Ce la possiamo fare tipo entro 20 minuti a finire? Tipo... Penso di sì, nel senso che sarà raccogli gli ospiti, fai il brindisi, ciao, tanti cari saluti. prego, ti scongiuro. Cosa molto carina e di cui sono molto felice è che i gatti non mi stanno chiedendo da mangiare, quindi posso attardarmi. Tutto ciò invece avrei voluto sapere che cavolo un'altra cosa di cui dovevo occuparmi, ma niente.
We haven't seen Al-Haytham anywhere.
Vabbè.
Let's ask that person over there. Hey there, have you seen Al-Haytham around?
Yes, it seems Scribe Al-Haytham has gone to the House of Dana. But you're already the second group of people I've seen looking for him today.
Oh? Who else was looking for him?
Mr. Cavey was just here asking about him. You wouldn't believe how terrible they were. Don't tell me everyone's here looking for gossip about the sages.
No way. We're strictly here on business.
Ah, I see.
Più o meno,
Sorry,
cioè se
I
il
thought maybe
business è
everyone's as
invitarlo a bere,
interested in
quindi...
rumors about the sages as I am.
Oh, non è che devo...
Al-Haytham should be around here somewhere, right?
Se dovrò farmi un giro anche qua dentro a raccogliere i volumi.
Just put down that worthless book and tell me what happened in the Akademiya.
This is not just some worthless book. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to find a physical book like this in Sumeru?
It doesn't matter. It's probably just another thing that you used your authority to get your hands on anyway.
Ciao.
Just
Tu
put
chi
it
sei?
aside. Listen,
Un altro
I came
dendro.
back today only to hear that the sages have disappeared.
Oh, you sound surprised. I thought you would already know the inside story.
Would I be here asking you if I knew? You're the scribe, not me. So just tell me what you know
Parte che
already.
è praticamente
I
una
almost became a
copia
sage.
di
Huh?
Oh,
Aul
don't
il
sound too
mago,
surprised now.
del
You're the
castello errante
renowned
di Aul.
Kaveh, light of the Kasharawar. Besides, as a master builder and craftsman, chances are you'll be appointed as a sage too.
Why do I feel like you don't really mean it?
Huh. What makes you say that? Why would you question my heartfelt sincerity?
Maybe it's because you've never said anything good about me before.
Yeah, well, I share a similar sentiment, and anyone who knows you as well as I do would surely do the same.
Ugh, you... See? This is why I hate discussing anything with you. Your ridiculous and arrogant attitude always gets in the way.
It seems that you really can't stand my
Ha! What was your first clue?
Well, then you might as well move out of my...
Are you threatening me? Stooping to a new low, I see. Ugh, and don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The Akademiya might as well just close tomorrow.
Are they having a fight?
Forget what's going on with the Akademiya. Haven't you been busy with your construction project? Tell me, when are you going to build your...
Don't get me started. I get angry just thinking about it.
So, what great building did our master architect work on this time?
Like I need to tell you. Keep your nose out of my business.
No, I think we deserve to know. Where were you when Sumeru needed you most?
I was in the desert for a large project, but considering Haravatat's utter ignorance of architectural and aesthetic matters, you probably wouldn't understand. Oh, which is truly unfortunate.
20 minuti
I can
li
only
passiamo a
pity the
finire
man
solo
who
sta
doesn't
parte.
understand the... Hold on, wait a second. What do you mean by when Sumeru needed me most?
Well, while you were out fiddling around in the desert, many people came...
Ha! And you think I'd believe that?
Look, all you really need to know is that Azar and all his accomplices have all been overthrown.
Huh? What nonsense are you talking about?
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me. It's not like my Darshan was the one trying to apply for funding from the Grand Sage. Yours, though, on the other...
You know what? I'll ask around. I'm sure someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out you're lying to me.
Ok. Questo è un normalissimo rapporto di coppia. Assolutamente normale.
Hey, Alhaitham.
Oh, it's you two.
We're running some errands for Nilu. Have you received her letter?
Letter?
Nilu said she sent out a letter inviting everyone to a celebration feast in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar.
If she addressed the letter to Alhaitham of the Akademiya, then the letter should have gone to I've been busy these days, so I haven't had time to check for any new mail at my office. I only now have some free time to attend to
Have you always been so busy with your work?
Of course not. I'm only busy these days because several sages have been dismissed recently, and the whole Akademiya was practically turned upside down.
Kainari told us they all went to train in the Avidia Forest. Apparently they will spend the rest of their lives there.
That is already the best possible ending for the likes of them. 4 of the 6 great sages were possessed by their desire for power and attempted to create a new god. In order to pull it off, they even imprisoned the other 2 rational sages. To imagine such things could take place in the Akademiya. I don't know where to begin.
Yeah, you're right. Huh.
Yes, at least. It's said that when the Akademiya was
Scusate,
first founded,
devo
the
smetterla
Archon
di
herself
cliccare,
established the 6
di
great schools,
cliccare avanti. Ogni
each
tanto
representing one of the 6 different types of wisdom.
mi spengo e vado in automatico. Mi piacerebbe molto però che qui le cose andassero meno per le lunghe, detto proprio sinceramente. Nel senso.
Numerous Darshans have sprung up and faded. Only the 6 Darshans, attaching themselves to the 6 great schools, have stood the test of time and obtained permanent seats in the Akademiya. Now, the 6 Darshans are nearly synonymous with the 6 great schools, and the leaders selected for the schools are the 6 great sages. Among the 6 great sages, there is one central leader, the Grand Sage. Unfortunately, only the sages from Vahumana and Amorta remain now. They were imprisoned for opposing Azar, and were only rescued after Azar's downfall.
So who's managing things in the other 4 schools now? Do they need to find someone new?
Yes. Normally, new sages are selected based on a strict set of criteria.
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If they pick you, then we'd have a huge connection.
Yes, about that. You didn't let me finish my sentence. The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the Grand Sage in place of Azar, and helped Lesser Lord Kusanali manage the Akademiya. But I refused.
No!
Huh?
No!
Why?
Esatto!
Can't you be a little more ambitious?
Ma più che altro dare una
I'm
mano
not even
a
interested in being one of
cosa?
the 6 great sages. Like I said before, I don't like being a leader.
Oh, all right. So you've been...
That's not my job either. I'm only responsible for handling important affairs within... And the first thing I'll do is reject Kasharawar's application for funding.
By the way, who was that other person just now?
Do we look like friends?
Sì, in realtà sì.
Paimon doesn't know. That's why Paimon's asking.
His name is Kaveh, my roommate. You could say he's the representative for Ksharawar scholars. Which is exactly why he always has so many problems.
So everything that's happened recently must be a huge change for the people of Sumeru.
Such is the work of the Akademiya scribe.
Well, anyway, no matter how busy you are, since you are our planner, remember to attend the celebration feast in 2 days.
Alright, I'll see you there.
E questa l'abbiamo fatta. Spero ora. Portormos speriamo sia più easy. Cioè, alla fine non è che ci devono raccontare proprio tutta la storia della loro vita. Basterebbe un sì, ci sono, no, non ci sono. Scusate, ho tirato un cazzottone al microfono. Comunque devo mettere meglio alcune cose pure sulla libreria perché ho pure un paio di oggetti di Genshin, ma li devo mettere visibili.
This is poor Ormos. Now where could
Is that Paimon I hear?
Huh?
Oh, it's been a while. How are you doing?
Jnagarbha! It's been so long since we've seen you!
I'm doing well. I can go as far as saying I have never been happier in my entire life. I don't know if you've heard, but Elazar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
You kidding? Knowing them and the connections they've got, I'm sure they've heard about it.
In effetti.
That's right. My lady is feeling better now, so I'm accompanying her for a walk.
Why do you still call me that, Dia? You've already informed my father of your resignation.
I guess I'm just used to calling you my lady. Old habits die hard.
Resignation? You mean you're quitting?
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homayanis.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much. It wouldn't be a problem if you wish to continue to be our bodyguard.
I'm not a woman that's easily persuaded. You should know that by now, my lady. When I took this job, I had already decided that I'd quit as soon as you'd recovered. It's time for me to get back out there and chase that
So what are you gonna do now if you're not gonna be a bodyguard anymore?
I want to take a risky job and put my body to the test again.
Huh? But we literally just finished one of the most dangerous jobs ever!
Stavolta Paimon ha
Are you getting bored
ragione.
already?
I know. If I hadn't joined in that plan with you, I wouldn't have... I guess I still get fired up by that feeling of going all out in a fight. It made me realize that I'm still a mercenary through and through. Life is short, and I'm happy that I got to be a part of that operation. But the whole thing also made me realize that there are still many problems in Sumeru. And as a desert dweller, I'm still not completely ready to settle down on this side of the wall.
Well, I remember a friend had someone bring you a message.
You mean I'll hate them? I didn't expect him to still remember that. I thought he was joking.
We just came from talking with Alhaitham at the Akademiya.
Did he tell you that he suggested that I come work at the Akademiya?
What?
Questo
I
non lo
heard that Azar
sapevamo.
and his crony...
Whoa. Paimon can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
Me neither. But I think Dia would look great dressed up as a scholar.
Ugh, forget about it. I wouldn't last 10 seconds in there. I'll hate them probably just like the way I worked and knew I'm good in a fight. So he suggested I find some work in the Akademiya.
But you know, if you take him up on the offer, Sino might actually agree and let you become a mantra. Because you're super amazing!
The Matra have all the talent they need as long as they have Sino. I prefer to be free to live however I choose. In fact, I chose this job from the very start because I knew it'd be right up my alley.
Even if being a mercenary means facing all kinds of danger.
A lion has to return to the wild sooner or later. If anything, being your bodyguard has been unfamiliar territory for me.
I don't want to see you go, but I'll respect your decision.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Come on, no need for the sad face. It's not like we'll never meet again. Once the whole Dendro Archon thing is settled, everything in Sumeru will take a turn for the better. That makes me happy too. But a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me. Before long, we'll be a dying breed. So I'd better get to work while I still can.
Huh? But wait a second! You make it sound like you're leaving now!
Well, no, not yet at least. I promised my lady I'd stick around until next week.
So, have you been in Port Ormos this entire time? We were wondering if you had received a letter from Milu.
Oh, did Nilou write to us?
She heard that you were seen in Port Ormos, so she sent the letter here.
Huh. It was probably sent to the inn that we're staying at. My lady has been very energetic lately, and keeps taking me on hikes, staying out even into the night. By the time we get back, the receptionist is usually off napping on the job.
Right, and we tend to leave quite early in the morning, so the old man on duty is also usually dozing off.
So what it really sounds like is that
Scusate,
the person on duty is always asleep.
telefonata
I
difficile.
bet the letter's at the reception desk. I'll go check later.
No wonder there wasn't a reply. You never received the letter. Good thing Nilou asked us to come and check on that.
Sorry to make you two come all the way out here.
It must be something important for Nilou to specifically write to us like that.
Yes, she said they were
Great!
Count me in too. But is there some sort of dress?
Since it's being organized by Nilou, I don't think she'll be too picky about that. If anything, I think she wants to see us as our most natural.
All right, then this is how I'll show.
The feast will be held in 2 days, so don't forget.
Sure.
Thank you so much for letting us know. We'll see you there.
Oh, by the way, do you happen to know where Sino and Raman are?
The General Mahamatra always comes and goes without a trace. Normally no one knows his whereabouts.
Oh.
But last time we met, he mentioned that he had something to do in our village. You can try your luck there. As for Raman, your guess is as good as mine. I only remember he said that... Don't mention it. You better get going.
Alright, on to our next stop.
Facciamo un salto prima qua, almeno ci curiamo anche. Di qua. No, di qua. Io ti prego, basta, fate finire questa quest. Tra ieri e oggi ci sono stata tipo 4 ore, 5 ore e praticamente su 5, facciamo 5 ore, su 5 ore 4 ore e 59 minuti hanno parlato. Che palle. Ti prego, falla finire sta cosa. Dobbiamo fare un brindisi adesso, non è che dobbiamo fare chissà cosa. Non voglio sapere tutte le vite di tutti i personaggi.
It's been a while since we last visited Aru village. Ah, there's Sino.
What brings you here?
We recovered well, and Tanari agreed to let us leave, so now we're out and about.
It seems Gensharvaville's medical treatment is still as good as ever.
And Tanari is recovering well, too.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, you're the one who brought us to him when we lost consciousness, right? Thanks for that.
Bene, adesso gli potete dire che
Tanari
c'è un
has
brindisi
excellent
tra noi
medical skills.
giorni e ci vediamo lì. Ciaone.
I'm meeting some people.
Oh, you mean Candace?
I've already talked with Candace and the village chief. They're still at the usual place.
Sì,
You
lo so
can
che
go
vi
there
devo
if you'd
dare
like
da
to see them.
mangiare, avete ragione
But you
pure
know one
voi.
of the people I'm meeting as well.
Oh, by King Deshret's blessing, my friend suddenly appears in the desert. Don't tell me you've run into trouble and need us to help now.
Raman! And... huh? Sitaria?
Oh, you know me?
Oh, well, you're pretty famous in the Akademiya.
Don't worry, these are our friends. No need to be so guarded.
I see.
I'm doing well. Many
Perfetto,
good things
dai.
have happened recently.
Voi siete di poche
Same
parole.
here. Really, I feel that my whole
Scherzavo.
life has started to shine after suddenly finding a new direction.
Oh, tell us everything.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Alright, well, I suppose I should start by saying I've decided to leave the Akademiya.
What?
Ma non mi interessa.
It's not that I've
Sì,
given
brava,
up on
vai
being
così,
a
recupera la
star.
tua vita, però a me
Instead,
non
you could
interessa,
say I've
sinceramente.
found a new identity.
No,
I
che
will
ti
no longer
ridi,
pursue
che ti
research like a
ridi.
typical
Non,
star,
non
but
c'è
I
da
have not
ridere.
completely given up on my relationship to knowledge either.
Non c'è da ridere, santo cielo.
I can see what you're
5
saying.
ore di live, arrotondiamo, 4 ore e 59 di
I plan to
chiacchiere.
leave the Akademiya and return to teach here
Cioè,
in the
questi
desert.
tecnicamente sono quelli che dovrebbero dire due parole in croce e andarsene, no? Che stanno a fare qui il
Sataria will
racconto
return to support education
di
here
tutti
and
i
teach
cicli di
people from the desert.
reincarnazione.
She can't teach everyone on her own, but there are many of us Eremites all over Sumeru. She came to discuss a collaboration with me and hoped that I could bring her ideas.
Tutto molto bello.
Yes, it's my hope that the Eremites can help me select a group of smart people with the best aptitude for teaching. I'll teach them, and after they've finished, that is the true meaning of education and the spreading of knowledge.
Guarda, io di te non mi fido perché mi hai detto, no dai, in generale la quest dura 2 ore, ma 2 ore senza dialoghi, cioè nel ti sei dimenticato di dirmi tutto il resto, comunque non scrivere, pensa alla strada, non scrivere.
They lead those in the dark out of trouble and back to safety.
Oh, please, where's all of this coming from? I'm starting to feel a little embarrassed.
You deserve these compliments. Mercenaries are accustomed to danger and don't fear death, which is why we recognize extraordinary actions that common people would easily overlook.
Ah, ok, quindi sì, chiaro. Non scrivere comunque però, dai, non è carino.
Everyone knows that the Akademiya doesn't allow
Torna sano e
scholars to teach in
salvo.
the desert without permission.
Almeno fisicamente,
As you
perché so che
know,
mentalmente è un
all knowledge is under their
problema.
surveillance and
Però
control.
almeno sano e salvo
Very
torna.
few desert dwellers are as lucky as me. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart, as if there were lightning bolts constantly bombing. Sataria, you tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Akademiya's grasp on you will become.
Orfeo, salti in cuccia.
Sataria, why haven't you gone home? Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
Miss.
Eccolo.
These words sparked something in
Eccolo.
me, and I
No,
knew
sul
that I had to
microfono.
bring something back to my people after going home. I gathered up the courage to approach the Grand Sage, only to find that he was no longer at the Akademiya. Lord Sino told me that Azar didn't belong there anymore.
Azar has received
Saluta.
much needed punishment.
Saluta.
Though, if you ask me, it may have been too light. You probably have already heard.
Saluta. Lo so, ci avete fame, è tardissimo, sono le 7. Eccolo.
Lord Sino helped me obtain permission to leave the Akademiya for the desert, and accompanied me here to discuss
C'è una
collaboration with members of the Eremites. My plan was able to go smoothly thanks to him and Rahman.
You're all doing so much for the desert.
A posto.
Aside from that, I also have some other business to discuss with Sino.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has allocated many resources to support and develop the desert. I applied for a few batches of educational materials from the Akademiya, and sent...
That's exactly what the people here need. Physical books and other related items. If it weren't for Sino and Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'm afraid we'd never be able to get our hands on them.
Apart from this,
Aia.
the Akademiya is also recruiting scholars that are willing to teach in the desert. I'll let you and Sataria know as soon as I have. We must be persistent about this, and maintain these resources to ensure long-term...
This is the first time in hundreds of years we've had a glimmer of hope. I think this may be the turning point for the desert. Remember these words. Here lies our faithful priest, Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise, and I hope people with wisdom like that priest will rise again among the desert dwellers.
Prego.
Then we'll once again see the wisdom and glory that once shook the world.
Cioè, questa qua, tra le quest dei vari Archon, è solo parlata. Tutto il resto, le la mezza boss fight, il dominio e altri 2 combattimenti durano 5 minuti. Ci sta in quanto si parla dell'arco della conoscenza, no, wisdom è saggezza. Mi pare.
Paimon thought you would only start working for the Akademiya after the feast.
Celebration? Feast?
Infatti. Cioè, ci sta però un sacco di chiacchiere. Sì, tu non lo sai, c'è una festa tra 2 giorni. Dai, su, su.
He really didn't know.
This feast is for you, Sino.
It's rare to see that kind of expression from Lord Sino. You must not like feasts very...
No, not really. But I'll go.
Well, I still have a lot to handle here. Besides, I need to look after Miss Sitaria in the desert, so I'll have to pass.
I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. Although, if you'd be so kind, please give a message to Miss Nilu for me. The message is... I'm sorry for how I treated you before.
Ma tu devi passare per forza tra I 2 schermi.
It's like a light shining in the sky. You and the art you symbolize are not only beautiful, but also lively and powerful. So much so that it was prohibited. Please keep dancing, and someday I'll be able to appreciate your art in person.
Okay, we've got all that down.
Beh, che c'hai attaccata alla coda? Schifo. Ok.
Our job here is complete as well. Oh, Sino, remember, party's in 2 days. Make sure you're there.
Got it.
Abbiamo finito. E ci ho pianto fortissimo. No, mi è piaciuto. In realtà c'ha tutta una storia che, per quanto sia uno stereotipo, è molto logica e non mi dispiace per niente. L'unica cosa che gli recrimino è troppe chiacchiere. Troppe chiacchiere. Veramente troppe. La storia in sé è molto figa. È probabilmente la mia preferita dopo quella di Mostad. Per quanto Mostad non brilli di chissà che lore, chissà che storia, però questa mi è piaciuta parecchio. Tanto di là ci sono i gatti che stanno tentando di dirmi che è ora di cena, stanno grattando pesantemente il tiragraffi, stanno minacciando. Sì, va bene. E sono più o meno convinta che siano parenti sia l'albero di Sumeru che l'albero di Nazuma, almeno parenti.
Everybody's already here. Looks like we're the last ones to arrive.
I'm here.
Ah, there you are.
Well, look who finally decided to show up.
You look like you came here immediately after finishing up some work. I'm very happy to see you here.
But we're not late, are we? It's just that everyone else arrived ahead of time.
I propose that the last one who arrived be put in charge of today's speeches.
Nah, there won't be any speeches today.
Oh, really? Well, even better.
Come join us over here.
Non mi dite così, che io poi ci credo e sono felice. Non mi dite che non ci saranno altre chiacchiere.
Everything looks quite good.
Wow, Paimon can't wait! Traveler, just look at all the delicious food here.
Va bene. Non serviva il riassuntino.
specially prepared for you by everyone in the Grand Bazaar. And we have gifts that were sent by the residents of Sumeru City when they heard we were holding a feast. Everyone that came said that you saved Sumeru, and wanted me to thank you all on their behalf.
Feels kinda nice to be seen as a hero. I could get used to this.
Being a bodyguard is also a hero's job. You've always been amazing, Dia.
My lady sure has a way with words. Thanks. I'm glad to hear it.
And I'm happy to meet everyone that participated in the great plan.
Don't mention it.
Comunque forse voglio prendere Deia.
We've really done something impressive together. It's unbelievable.
Dopo che come pagamento mi ha chiesto un sorriso, penso che voglio prendere Deia.
Really?
Mi è piaciuto pure il
il
suo modo di pensare. Qua l'hanno spiegato un pochino meglio.
That's how I remember it too.
It's luck that brought us together, and it was luck that let us form a team. Then, it took even more luck for us to formulate a plan and implement it successfully. Moreover, judging from the results, everything worked out well.
Yeah, everyone gave it their all when it mattered most. It was almost like a performance. We took the stage and put on our best show. Everyone played their part, and thanks to everyone's efforts, the performance was a great success.
So, would you say we're good actors too?
It's such a blessing that Lesser Lord Kusanali was able to return to power at the Akademiya.
Yes, even after being abandoned and neglected so many times, she's finally returned.
Che? Non ho capito.
Lesser Lord Kusanali once used all her power in a great disaster, which resulted in her losing all her wisdom and memories of the past. The Akademiya basically abandoned her because of it. This should be something everybody should remember. Huh? You look surprised. I didn't say anything wrong, did I?
No, everything you said is correct.
That's good.
Something wrong?
Yeah, what's with that face? You knew all of this already.
Even if those two giants of
Vabbè,
the
lasciamo
Akademiya
stare,
were here,
io sono di un
I
altro
still have to
mondo,
say
io ho
it.
ricordi
Those
diversi,
sages
tutta un'altra
really
serie di
have
cose.
some nerve.
Andiamo avanti.
500 years ago, Lesser Lord Kusanali used all her power for the people of Sumeru. And what did they do in return?
Appunto. Non importa, fino a che ci sarà almeno una persona che ricorderà,
If you bite the
andrà
hand that
tutto
feeds you,
bene.
don't act surprised when it turns into a knuckle sandwich, right, Sino?
Perhaps I shouldn't say this, but their treatment of Lesser Lord Kusanali calls for a more severe punishment.
You could simply tell Lesser Lord Kusanali that you wish to have Azar and his accomplices severely punished.
I respect our deity's decision, and won't interfere in any way. While we're on this topic,
E in realtà ho
why didn't you
rivalutato
accept the
anche
Academia's
tanto
invitation to
il
become a Grand
carattere
Sage?
e
Are
le
you trying to
azioni
say that I'm
di
fit to be a
Nahida.
sage?
Not at all.
In
But
positivo.
every person handling the
Assolutamente
selection
positivo.
process has said that you are the most suitable candidate to lead the Akademiya
Sì,
right
ciao,
Why?
andiamo avanti.
Because he dethroned Azar from power?
Could you
Cough,
try
cough,
to put it
cough.
in another way? This is a good thing, yet you're making it sound like I overthrew Azar for my own personal gain.
But seriously, though, I always wondered if you had some personal motives behind it.
I did have my own motive, but it had nothing to do with being a sage. If the rules of our nation were suddenly cast by the wayside, then it wouldn't be long until chaos ensued. I had no intention of letting their dreams disrupt my life.
By that, you mean your life working as the Akademiya's scribe.
Precisely.
Wait, is that all?
So, that's the only reason why you joined us and came up with all those plans?
It's reason enough.
You've certainly got quite the personality.
You flatter me.
All right then. How about you? You've already resumed work as the General Mahamatra, right?
That's right.
E da raccontarci i nostri segreti
It's
sin
not about
dall'infanzia
being
siamo
happy.
passati ai
There
curriculum
are merely
vitae.
a lot of things that I must do.
Even so,
Anzi, ho
keep your
sbagliato
spirits
perché ho
up and
messo
try to be
ai
happy,
e non ho
okay?
poi
And try to smile more every day,
declinato il
just like
resto.
I'm doing
Vabbè,
now.
comunque.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
Talk to everyone again and again and again.
I seldom participate in such lively gatherings, but the No. This gathering today has a unique meaning. The Grand Bazaar is lively because the people here feel happiness from the bottom of their hearts.
Again.
Unlike the
And
farces
again.
at the Akademiya.
And again. Ti prego.
That happiness is an emotion that'll be forever alien to those bookworms who have driven themselves insane by studying. I seem to have taken both keys when I left the house. Oh well.
Ok.
My lady, the grilled meat over there is delicious. Have you tried it?
Yes, I also tried some fruit just now. Oh, they're very sweet. What an amazing place to relax. No wonder everybody likes to rest at the Grand Bazaar.
You said it. Oh, look who else is here.
Hello.
È come se
Oh, I'm
fossi
so
andata da
happy
qualche
Nilu
altra
invited
parte
everybody. Oh, now I have
per
the
tipo
chance
6
to meet all
giorni e
the
tu stavo
heroes.
qua sul palco.
Hey, less of that polite chit-chat and more eating and drinking. The feast is about having fun, not stuffy formalities.
Grazie, chiudiamo la conversazione qui? Sì, perfetto. Vedi perché voglio Deia? Cioè, Dei è sul pezzo, capisce che non voglio più parlare con la gente dopo 5 ore di chiacchiere e 10 minuti di combattimenti. Festa, andiamo a bere, a mangiare, su, non stiamo qui a parlare così. Perfetto.
Yeah. I don't often come to such places, but it feels quite good. I have a lot to handle these days. Otherwise, I could show you around.
Comunque hanno dato
There's
una,
always next time.
un doppiaggio inglese
We're friends after all.
troppo adulto al
This feast is
personaggio
pretty
di
good.
dottore,
I like it.
troppo serio a lui. Non lo so perché, ma non mi sconfinferavano molto i doppiaggi applicati al personaggio. C'era un distacco nel mio cervello tra grafica e voce. Però il doppiaggio, cioè, niente da dire, non era un commento negativo sul lavoro di doppiaggio in sé, anzi.
There you are, traveler. Well,
Per essere
how is it?
comunque
Are you enjoying the
un
feast
free to
today?
play,
If there's
è un gran
anything you're
lavoro.
unhappy with, just let me know. I'll be sure to take note of it. That's good. It's the first time I've ever invited so many exceptional people to one place.
E tra l'altro al momento ho notato un solo errore. Sicuramente ce ne saranno stati altri, ma ci ho fatto caso una volta sola. Un solo errore tra audio e sottotitolo.
Almost like a fairy tale. Make sure you live it up tonight. I'll be happy as long as you're enjoying yourselves. I'm honored to have her think of me this way. If I have a chance in the future, I would really like to invite her to one of my performances. I can't explain why, but I just feel elated right now. Thank you.
Hey, what's wrong? Your head is starting to droop. Hey, you can't just fall asleep here. Paimon will go find something delicious for you to eat. You'll wake up once you've put something yummy in your tummy. Of course, just wait here for Paimon.
Beh, manca Nahida. Tendenzialmente manca la comparsa di Nahida. Anche se questa qua è la grafica di Balladeer, però.
It's me.
Ciao Nahida, mancavi tu.
You may blame me for being a bit too self-indulgent. I was thinking about talking with you, and the next thing I knew, I had made a connection with you. The connection between us is amazing. It's like flora and the fence it grows upon. I heard there's an amazing celebration feast today at the Grand Bazaar. I wanted to have a look for myself, so I snuck in. Lately, I've been so busy dealing with all the fallout from recent events, so I really haven't had any free time. Although you've already helped me with a lot, there's still one more thing I hope you can help me with. Please say thank you to everyone for me.
Oh.
Oh, is it not convenient for you to do that for me?
No, non fare così, non fare così, ti prego. Ti prego, ti prego, ti prego.
If I just show up all of a sudden, people will become all quiet and stiff, won't they? What if I end up scaring them and ruining this wonderful feast? That'd be the last thing I want.
Piccolina.
Let me think about it. Okay. Yes, I have. You said I should go thank everyone as myself, right? So... I've decided to borrow your body for the time being. Please don't blame me. The flora also climbs up to the fence to get closer to the sky.
L'adoro. Intanto di là stanno distruggendo casa i gatti,
Everyone.
O qualcuno è rimasto schiacciato sotto la valigia che non è stata disfatta ieri.
Paimon was just about to bring you the food.
It's me.
Huh? That voice. Nahida?
Hold up. What's going on?
I didn't expect to have a conversation with the consciousness of Lesser Lord Kusanali in the Grand Bazaar. Interesting. Is this also a part of the feast?
No, of course not. Are you Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Hello, Nilu.
You know who I am?
Yes, I already know every one of you. Nilu, Alhaitham, Sino, Dia, Paimon, and Dunyarzad.
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
I took the liberty of occupying the traveler's body so that I could thank all of you in person. Thank you so much for rescuing me, even if that meant placing your own safety in peril and taking the risk of becoming enemies with the Akademiya, the sages, the doctor, the Balladeer, and even the entire
Comunque Balladeer che è rimasto morto secco là e nessuno l'ha aiutato. Cioè, non è che aiuta l'autostima questa cosa.
Had you not helped me to resolve the crisis, not only I, but Sumeru and even the entirety of Tevat would have suffered great misfortune.
Cioè quello è un buco. Cioè, lui è precipitato, ha fatto il buco, c'è un buco in cui di trama, tra virgolette, in cui non se l'ha cagato nessuno, sta ancora là.
It not only explains your identities, but
La
also
miglior
bears
decisione
witness
della
to your
vita.
relationship with me. Please, allow me to present to you my most sincere gratitude.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you have done so much for Sumeru, and I didn't even have a chance to do anything for you. You don't have to do this.
Dunyarzad, the suffering you endured during your illness is also proof of you being with me and praying for me. Thank you.
You don't need to be so
Ma
ceremonious.
per forza aspetto, cioè
It's
stanno a
always
parlare
been
da
my
6 ore e
duty to protect
mezza,
you.
quindi non è che posso
This
fare
is how
altro.
the relationship between the Academia and
Se
Genjo
colmano un
Archon
buco di
should be.
trama, io sono...
We just did what was
colmano
necessary
un
and set things
potenziale
back on
buco
the
di
right
trama, io
path.
sono felicissima.
You're an Archon,
Ci
but
sta
not
che ci
so
sia
humble.
il...
You really don't need to be so polite with us.
Mentre voi facevate questo, allora succede quest'altro, ci sta. Se
I hoped you liked the dance I
stringessero
dedicated
un
to you.
attimo, ci arriverei.
All of you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Almeno ci sono delle belle colonne sonore, questo sì.
Are you awake? Did you rest well? After Nahida left, you ate a lot of food. You've become a glutton. That just means you still have a lot to learn from Master Paimon, the Sage of Gluttony! Alright, since you're awake now, should we go and have a chat with Nahida?
No, ti prego. Boh,
She should be in the Akademiya right about now. If you have any questions, now's your chance to ask.
sempre troppo lontana alla fine.
Time to go.
Sì, Diana, giuro, sto arrivando. Non mi mozzicare le ciabatte, per favore. Comunque proprio non ce la fai a tenerti per te le cose, vero?
Traveler and Paimon? What a fantastic night. I'm still immersed in all the happiness and joy, like a candle floating on water.
So are we, and that's why we're here to talk with you.
Is there anything you want to know?
Ah, Fontaine, vabbè.
After recent events, the Akasha can no longer function as it used to. I've given it some thought, and have decided to shut it down permanently. But this is definitely not a bad thing. Even from the beginning, I've been planning to shut it down. The Akasha's centralized administration of knowledge has always restrained people's curiosity and curtailed the number of paths available to them. I don't think this is good. Although people may initially feel a little uncomfortable with the loss of the Akasha, they will soon understand that this life is more suitable for them. And as for the future of Sumeru, I'm preparing to regain control of the Akademiya.
Ciao caro! Come stai?
But the new sages have yet to be selected.
Sì, gioco a Genshin per colpa di quello di sopra, nel senso di... colpa di Davide. Dai, giochiamo a qualcosa a cui possiamo giocare assieme. Genshin Impact al PC, io che non toccavo un PC da, non so, una vita e mezza. Sì, sì.
We have been mistreated for far too long. I've already taken some measures to address this.
Come va? Tutto
It
bene?
will take some time to rebuild everything. But no matter if it's culture, friendship, or trust, we will rebuild it.
Sì, però ti prego, basta. Ti prego. Nahida, ti prego.
You mean, what happened after the doctor put you to sleep? Not exactly. The top-ranked Fatui Harbingers, up to number 3...
Vabbè, sono sicura che prima o poi troverai qualcosa che va bene anche per lei. Io sinceramente, se proprio devo dire, non avrei mai cominciato Genshin, mai nella vita proprio, perché ho dei seri problemi con i gacha, cioè con questo genere di giochi totalmente randomici che per farti un team biastimi la miseria. Io rosico da morire.
I used this point as leverage against the doctor.
Solo che mo ci sono, che fai? Le quest non te le vedi? Fai completismo. Non rosichi perché non trovi quello che vuoi mai nella vita. È andata così.
Principles wouldn't just stand by and let such extensive damage to its laws take place. And as for what I exchanged for the gnosis, the exchange served as both punishment for the doctor, as well as a boon of new knowledge that I couldn't refuse as the god of wisdom.
Ok, bah, finito, a posto. Vabbè, cioè, nel senso... Che te devo dire? Io per un banner ho speso... Non ho speso soldi, non ho speso euro, ma... Per prendere il 5 stelle di quel banner ho speso tutto ciò che era spendibile e fino a 20 minuti prima della chiusura del banner ho speso tutto, la miseria, ho beccato un altro 5 stelle. E tipo non ho giocato per una settimana e passa e mi sono anche messa a piangere fortissimo perché ho rosicato come una iena. Tant'è che prima o poi voglio il tasto cancella personaggi perché quello lì lo devo brasare. Cioè il 5 stelle che mi è uscito in quel momento devo proprio brasarlo. Sta là e lo odio. Che culo che hai. Ma pure Davide, cioè siete degli sculati allucinanti. Non che abbia trovato 3-5 stelle in un pool, che io sappia, però siete degli sculati allucinanti. Davvero.
He's still in a coma. I've hidden him like how one would hide a feather. I know you have many misgivings.
È in coma, sì, è cascato de capoccia da un'altezza di qualche chilometro e nessuno l'ha preso, è in coma, sì. Questo tipo.
Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't do any evil. In addition, there are still some mysteries left in him. Some things may be very clear from my perspective, but he is still yet to understand them himself. His future will be determined by fate.
Ah, ovviamente come pagamento per aver iniziato a giocare a Genshin, che poi tra l'altro mi ha fatto iniziare poco dopo che avevo... No, vabbè, qualche mese dopo stavo giocando Elden Ring, quindi da GDR Open World a GDR Open World, e la mia testa di da completista ossessivo compulsiva, in realtà in quel momento voleva un altro genere di gioco, ma che fai? 2 giorni per finire il tutorial. E diciamo che come pagamento per tutto questo gli faccio buildare i miei personaggi. Cioè io, che ne so, sto tipo 2 giorni dentro i dungeon a trovare artefatti e tutto il resto, e cioè poi però me li builda lui. Almeno come pagamento. Perché sto gioco ha troppa roba, c'ha veramente troppa roba. E ha troppi leveling, quindi nel caso me li builda lui. Lo so che non è molto carino da dirlo, soprattutto su Twitch, volendo tentare di essere un giocatore serio, però ognuno ha i suoi scheletri nell'armadio. Allora, infatti prima mi ha chiesto di leggere bene Fontaine, che è la prossima regione.
Fontaine, the nation of justice? As far as I know, that nation operates on a judicial system.
Does their Archon personally judge people?
No, there's a Chief Justice in Fontaine. Generally speaking, the Hydra-Archon, Focalor, won't preside over individual trials. However, even then, Focalor will still make herself present at just about every trial. It seems that she just likes to immerse herself in that sort of atmosphere. As Archon, she still reserves the right to influence the final verdict.
Oddio, il terzo Archon femmina?
Let's just say she's got, a very unique personality.
Sì, il terzo Archon femmina. Ok,
Are
ciao.
you sure? Isn't there something else you haven't asked about yet?
Huh? You mean...
About your brother. While you were resting at Genshin, I took some time to perform an Irminsul search for information on your brother.
Wikipedia.
Yeah! Isn't Irminsul a repository for all the information and memories of Tevat? So there shouldn't be anything on her or her brother.
This is true in your case. Irminsul indeed does not have any information on you.
Ma su tuo fratello?
There must be something different about your brother. Because, as it turns out, the world has recorded information on him after all.
Vabbè, ma è normale, si è svegliato tipo 500 anni prima di lei, che tra l'altro è proprio nel periodo di Greater Lord Kusanali.
There's only one possible explanation. He belongs to this world.
Non mai convinto? Appunto. A meno che non ci sia stata una sovrascrittura di qualche tipo nei ricordi di Lumine. Potrebbe anche essere.
Wasn't this your first trip to Teyvat?
According to the records I was able to access, your sibling suddenly appeared in Conria.
Appunto.
After the Conria disaster, he began his journey through the 7 nations of Teyvat. But just as his journey was about to reach its conclusion, the Irminsul records on him suddenly become fuzzy.
What do you mean, fuzzy? Did something happen to him?
All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can know, is deliberately obfuscating his fate. And whoever it is, if they can do that, who knows what else they're capable of.
But even that wouldn't explain how he somehow comes from this world.
Something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Fatui have not classified your sibling as one of the Descenders.
What's a Descender? Paimon's never heard of it.
Ah, ok, era questo, non quello su Fontaine. Più interessante quello su Fontaine,
I
sinceramente.
received from the Fatui in return for my gnosis, right? A very important part of the intel was about this world's Descenders. External beings, ones that don't belong to this world. Traveler, you are Teyvat's 4th Descender.
Huh? So the Fatui count 3 other Descenders before the Traveler, and her brother isn't even one of them?
That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first Descender was likely what we now call the Heavenly Principles. As for the
Orfeo
other
che sta
Descenders,
piangendo perché ha
I still need to
fame.
verify their existence. It could take me some time.
Paimon's head's about to burst from all this crazy new information.
And yet, even knowing all this, I'm sure you must still have a lot of unanswered questions. I must say, I truly regret that I can't help you.
In realtà potrebbe anche essere la fazione che è stata scelta dal fratello e da Lumine, da Ether e da Lumine. In base alla fazione, allora uno viene riconosciuto come esterno e l'altro come interno a Teyvat. Però, boh, Teyvat, vabbè.
And soon, you'll also begin your journey anew and depart from Sumeru. I'm very interested in your
Ma comunque dopo Nahida, dopo tutta la storia di Nahida che sminchia i ricordi, una cosa non è vera, cioè una cosa offuscata dal velo, insomma, potrebbero giocarsela come vogliono. Hanno tutte le porte aperte.
I can't thank you enough. Alright, that's enough talk for today. If you ever miss me, just close your eyes. And maybe I'll appear in your dreams.
Quanto cucciola! Quanto è cucciola! Sì! Abbiamo finito sta cosa. Scusa.
Sumeru have settled down now. Paimon bets people will be coming up with new and interesting ideas at this time. How about we take a walk around Sumeru City and see if anyone needs our help? Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that it just might pay off.
Nahida, sei bellissima, grazie mille delle 6.000 chiacchiere e mezzo, alcune non volute. Sì, Orfeo, sì, sì. Anch'io, cioè anch'io ho un senso di sovrapposizione, esatto, che sia lui ma allo stesso tempo non è lui. Allora, questo. Ah, ok, Fabulous Fungus Frenzy è il coso. È l'evento. Questo coso qua. Va bene così. Quindi.
Time to go.
Eccolo. Sì, aspetta. Aspetta, fatti vedere. Ragazzi, devo andare a dare da mangiare a questo bel muso. Comunque abbiamo finito ufficialmente anche Sumeru, quindi. E ora dobbiamo aspettare sicuramente la 3.3 di dicembre. E con l'anno nuovo la nuova regione Fontaine. Per quanto riguarda le evocazioni, facciamo una volta a settimana. Quelle di questa settimana abbiamo fatte ieri. E settimana prossima faremo altre 10. Vediamo chi o cosa esce. Non vi aspettate niente di... Vi aspettate niente da me, ok? Proprio niente. Quindi dopo 3 ore e un quarto di live io posso ufficialmente salutarvi, ringraziarvi per la compagnia. Oggi siete andati e venuti in tanti e questa cosa mi ha fatto un sacco piacere. E vado a occuparmi del cibo dei gatti e del cibo per questa sera. Ci vediamo lunedì. Devo decidere se con Genshin o con Elden Ring. E poi settimana prossima comincia Pokémon. Il 18 novembre cominciamo Pokémon. Grazie mille, buona serata, buon weekend e ci vediamo presto. Un bacione.